gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday. We're just here for our weekly Maker Hangout. It is open to anybody to come in and hang out with us. We already have some people back in the background. Let's see who's on chat first. Hey, Amanda, how are you? It's been a long time. So let me bring in Jerry.
Jerry, hey, welcome, everyone. How are you?
What's going on? I'm doing good.
Hey, Amanda.
You keeping busy? Hey, Print Run. You keeping busy, Jerry?
Yes, I got the new X-Tool D1 in the mail yesterday. I unboxed it, and I've been working on some test prints today.
What do you think so far?
It is the biggest laser I own. It is very well constructed. The laser head is larger than any of the others. I mean, in size. It's a 10 watt. It's very well constructed. So, pretty cool.
Let's see. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Matt must be angry. He's breathing fire. There's smoke coming out of his nose. Matt the Dragon.
Yeah.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Well,
hey, Chris, nice. So let me get out the share. 1 second, Matt. Let me share out the link to anyone to come in and join us, and then we can get back to you. Okay. There, guys. There is the link. If you want to come in and chat, you're free to do so. So, Matt,
what's going on?
I've been printing sheep.
You've been printing sheep?
Yes.
Why, pray tell, are you printing sheep? You still haven't told the reason why you're printing sheep. Come on, guys.
Okay. I had a talk with her dad, my fiance's dad, and I said to him out of joke, so how many sheep do you want for her? And he just looked at me and he said 50 sheep and a little bit of land.
So you're gonna do it. That's funny.
So I'm gonna print 50 sheep out, and I give him then one of the maps what I printed out from London.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's a great idea.
So just in case, because I was rich, rich in filaments, so I give him 2 chickens and 2 pigs too. So maybe a bottle of rum or something, or whiskey, or I don't know what he drinks. I have to find that out.
I have to restart this job. I didn't level the bed properly, and it's off a little bit. So that's a funny idea, though. That is a great gift. So you're gonna you give him sheep, because he says sheep and land. You're gonna give him sheep and a little printout of land.
Yeah. Print out some little tiny poop emojis that go with the sheep.
Little driblets of little cut-offs of filament,
like a little Hershey Kisses or something.
That wasn't.
Yeah, actually, they came out pretty well. I'm using the Prussia sheep. Because I think that's one of the best sheep I found. So, came out very clean.
You could do some of them in black material, so they'd be black sheep.
Used to love that show.
That's actually an old nursery rhyme. A jar of dirt. Yeah, some land. Give them a jar of dirt. That's a good idea too. Dig up some soil and throw it into a jar and say, here's some land for you as well. That's perfect. And you should do it at the reception afterwards. At the reception, you said, it's time for me to give you the dowry. And you said the dowry was this. So then you give them the printed sheep and a jar of dirt. So sheep and land, that's perfect. Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 bags full, Amanda. Are you going to do that then? Is that what you're going to do it at the meal afterwards, the reception? Perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone will get a kick out of that. Everyone. Just hide it under the table where you're going to be sitting so they don't see it, right? In a box or whatever nearby, or have someone hide it nearby. That'll be really funny. Get a really nice box at a resale shop. Oh yeah, put it in a really nice box.
My best man James will be there, and I hope he will take care of hiding it in his car till the time comes.
Well, if you talk to wherever you're having the reception, if you talk to them, they'll hold on to it for you. They'll stack it
Oh
away.
yeah. Well, I will see.
Yeah, they will know.
I will
They'll
see
do
when the
it.
day comes.
Yeah,
So-
no, you should do it though. That'd be so funny. That would be hilarious. I hope you get that on video. Somebody gets that on video. That would be funny to see his reaction.
Probably.
Sorry, I'm just checking my
Yeah.
printer. Just starting off another printer. I want to make sure it comes out good.
Oh yeah, we're using the
One
village
second.
hall for reception.
You got which?
The village hall
Okay.
for reception.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but still, they'll have somewhere to stash it in there. The guys who run the place, because people do that kind of stuff all the time. So that'd be funny though. So other than 3D printing your dowry, what else do you do?
I did a little train. Hold on.
Hey, Lama.
I'm not a minion,
The
llama.
one in the background.
Oh,
and
yeah.
one
Oh,
in
that's
front of it.
that's Van Gogh. Yeah?
No, I forgot. No, it's Monet.
Are you sure? Looks very like my Van Gogh
Sunflower.
style.
Yeah. No. Van Gogh did one too, I think. Pretty sure of it. I mean, there's so many different famous
Wait now,
sunflower.
Jerry, you can't do that to me.
Milk does?
You cannot do that to me. I'm trying to lose weight, and you're showing me milk duds on screen. Come on,
Good.
man. They are. That's a problem. Power pellets are good stuff.
Take care, Amanda.
Or Amanda, sorry, forgive me. I want to make sure that the brim of these go down clean. Hey, Lama.
How you doing?
What's up? Oh. Hey. I like the way he came in, like, standing to the side, like, factoid nemesis. You know?
He only thinks he is. The only person
Oh,
he
I'm your
bothers is
nemesis
himself,
for
though.
sure. I'm your good nemesis, not your bad nemesis. is there even such a thing? I mean, did that even make sense?
No, not really.
I don't think that makes any freaking sense. But
It's
whatever. It
fine. We'll
sounded
go
good.
with it. Don't worry. We'll just
It
go with
sounded
it. Don't
good
worry.
for a second, anyways.
Hey, Built Over.
Built Over,
what's next?
Bob.
Oh, hello.
Printer Braun.
So what's everybody up to, guys? Get a real nice. What else? Did I miss anything? No.
I'm
Cool.
going to make this thing run proper. It's running pretty good as it is, but it needs to run
It's
better.
Dalai Lama.
Huh? Yeah, I know. I'll blow it up before it gets ready.
No. Chris Mink said it's the
Oh,
Dalai
it's the
Lama.
Dalai Lama. Yeah.
Shouldn't that be just the Stink Lama? I just want to make sure this is laying down the right.
I like that better.
Oh, it needs a little bit more squish.
Not the Dalai Lama, the Daisy Lama.
I had some.
Sorry, guys. I'll be
I
with you
did
in a
have some
second.
trouble with the pusher earlier. I did have some trouble with the pusher earlier. I had to tighten the belt.
Louise had trouble or you had trouble since it's her printer?
Yeah.
No, it's my printer.
Why? It's whose?
No, it's not.
It's my printer.
No. How many weeks before? How many weeks? Even if you say it is, how many weeks before you get married?
8 weeks.
8 weeks. So you can call it what you want, but within 8 weeks, it's hers.
Tech Daddy was gone.
Hey, take that. How are you?
Is your couch comfortable?
That's why I have a free now. Oh, I sleep already on
Ooh,
it.
you're gonna call. Oh no, she printed it and you messed it up, man. What did you do?
What?
No, I
Louise
just need
said.
to tighten the belt.
Oh, Louise called you out on that one. See, there's a reason why we like her, because she calls you out on your crap. So it's 7 weeks starting this week. Okay. Yeah, you see, in 7 weeks' time, no matter what you say, it's all hers then.
In the middle of moving, God, I hate moving.
Where are you moving to?
There's nothing worse than packing up stuff and having to carry it.
I've done it internationally a few times. Way to go, man. That's why Louise can't have nice things. Poor mess getting picked on. Keep going, keep going. Never ask a man a wedding date, but he'll always be wrong.
Exactly.
You're right. Enigma,
We shouldn't be
how are you?
blamed for it. I mean, if we forget, or if we choose a different day than the wedding day, I mean, come on, at least we're trying.
Keep telling yourself that. It actually might help. No, not really. So what do you plan to do with the laser? I care, Matt. That's why I pick on you. I don't know you. It's packing
Thanks,
landlord sold the house. Oh, okay. I remember you saying it to me before. So what are you planning to do, Jerry? What are your plans for the laser?
Make all kinds of cool stuff that I haven't already done on other lasers, and put out a good video in 4 or 5 days.
You should
Cool stuff.
You should try to do the multi-layered cutout.
Yeah, that's what
really
I was doing earlier, but I was going to make it real small, and I realized I can't, as you've seen, do it real small.
Oh yeah.
So I'll just make it a foot square. I'll make it bigger and I'll recut it.
Well, are you doing it in plywood, or are you doing it out of
It's birch, 5 millimeters thick from Lowe's.
Okay.
And I already know that I can do
Well, 1 second, Jerry. Let me
120 millimeters a minute, 100% one power. This is 5 millimeter birch right here. I cut that on the X tool in one pass.
Wow.
And
Oh,
120.
it's a 10 watt. That's right.
Now, there's a good chance that I didn't have to go 100% power, but I did, and I cut it one pass. I had it set for 2, and I seen it drop out at 1. So, I mean, maybe it would have done it at 80%, 70%, but on those settings, that's what worked. But like I say in my videos, just because I did something and it worked for me here, you might find better settings for you. This just happens to be what worked for me at that particular time.
Yeah. There's good advice there, Louise. Send an invite to Matt to the wedding so he'll turn up. Your son got into printing.
Let's see if I can blow something up.
Oh, we're going to blow something up. We want to watch that.
That's at 0.6. That's at 0.61.
That's okay.
You really don't want to go much lower than that.
Well, what is it? A single stepper?
Yeah.
0.7, between 0.6 and 0.7 is about average.
Yeah, and they're they're like screaming hot melting plastic at 0.7. I ran it today and they were hot at 0.6.
I don't know.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, they weren't as hot today. I mean, they're still, I would consider them in a safe
it toward the platform
area, but they were freaking hot. This thing runs cold at like 0.8, 0.9. I think I got the X and Y at 0.8 and the Z at 0.9.
I'll have to redo this. 1 second, guys. This did not stick.
Glue stick to the rescue.
Just give me a second, guys. I want to get this set up.
It wasn't A-net, was it?
Why are people bothering me?
Wow. Wow.
What is that?
Like an Uber horn, an old car horn. It's his phone ringer. Liam, you have a glass bed? Sebastian's wondering.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like glass. I'm one of these weird people that likes printing on glass.
I prefer mirror. I still got mirror on one of my printers.
Mirror
Actually,
is good. Mirror is glass.
a couple of a couple of them have mirror, and then when I finally decided to put a flex plate, I put the sticker on top of the mirror, and then the flex plate on top of that.
Yep, that
Since
works.
it's nice and flat, there's no reason to remove it.
I'm thinking of there's one of my machines it's got that soft build-tack surface, and because it's soft build-tack. Oh, by the way, Lama's talking to somebody. Okay, because it's the build-tack, I'm going to replace it with a PEI flex steel. I like PEI sheets, but I like glass too, and like I do a lot of PETG, and with PETG and PVA glue stick, I get fantastic prints, and it pops right off the bib when it's done. So, actually, I've heard the opposite. I've heard the smooth one is better for PETG because with the textured surface, PETG might bond too much to the PEI, you might not get it off it. Whereas the smooth one, it will pop off. So I've heard conflicting information to that, Sebastian.
Yeah, I've done PET G on smooth and textured from TH3D. Either one, I've had no problem getting them off.
Yeah. So I'm going to get one PEI. I might get the Filamentum because they have their PEI sheets are double sided, the 2.0s, and I like the idea of the double sided. So I can choose between the smooth PEI for one type of material, and a coarse for the other. But that's only on one printer. I do have other flex steel beds like this one from JG Maker. It's a really good flex steel. This one is a build-tack one. Is the one I want to replace. Hey Joseph, how are you?
Well, hello, Joseph.
All the way from Wales. So Matt is actually in central UK.
Yep.
Still good
Midlands.
place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt is from the Midland area. And then so Wales, cool. And so you're southwest. Now I'm starting off a print, so we're just doing a casual hangout, and it's open to anybody to come in and join. The link is I just posted a link just before you come in and join. Make sure you mute the tab on your Twitch. You don't have to leave it. Mute
Or
it.
YouTube or Facebook, whatever you're watching.
Or whatever you're watching it, yeah. But I think he's always on Facebook, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't post pictures. My RSC rule. Really? I use mine all the time and it prints great. I still have the original on it. I'm using the original print bed. No problems. And that's like a build-tack on top of steel, and it prints great. Printing the QE2 cruise ship. Oh, nice. Are you doing a large model of it? That's very cool. The QE2, the Queen Elizabeth II cruise ship.
Yeah, I'm not too talkative today. I don't know what to talk about, really.
700 millimeters. Oh, that's going to be a big model. If it's 700 tall, it's probably going to be, what, 800 or 900 long? That's going to be a really big model.
Yeah. Wow.
If it's 700 tall, I have a printer that can print that in one go.
No, it goes to 600, right? Your printer? 500 by 500 by
Depends
600?
on how you are. You could orientate stuff to get 7 out of it. If you orientate the parts, you could probably squeeze it in.
All right.
We get.
Ja, mir geht's gut.
Yeah, the factory set the Z stepper driver current to low once it's starting the printer installed. Oh, yeah, I haven't had that issue. Mine just prints. I'm actually going to be. I'm about to start. I'm just starting the first parts of it right now. The Fab 360, the super heavy booster, and the Starship Crew. Not the cargo version of Starship, the crew version of Starship. So I'm starting that print, Now with this one, this is an 81-hour print for the parts of the booster. I'm printing it at 0.1 layer height. I want to print it slow, and I want to print it fine detail. Oh yeah, I
I'm,
make PEI sheets myself, but I'm going to change one thing to a PEI, but and only because at first the nozzle dug into the bed at one point, and it kind of left a crease all the way through the bed. So I want to change it to a PEI sheet to fix that.
Mm.
But other than that, no, it's I like glasses for Petchy. It never failed me yet. I haven't damaged any glass. Like you had it happen, Jerry. You've had a bed tore up by Petchy, haven't you?
yeah, one time a long time ago, and once in the last 5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
I was printing on mirror, and I did have a release agent. I did have glue stick down, and or no, I didn't have glue stick. I had nano polymer down because they said if we put that on mirror, it'd give it a release layer, and I did, and it wouldn't come off, and everything, and eventually just popped the mirror. It destroyed it. So I had to
Yeah,
get
that's the
the
risk.
mirror cut
Yeah,
because when I use on the CR10, the mirror I use, I go to a glass shop here in town. They charge me about $10. It's almost a quarter of an inch thick. They bevel the edges so they're not sharp. I don't use the real thin stuff from Lowe's on the CR10s,
yeah, well, for the larger print bed, yeah,
the thicker mirror.
yeah,
Because if it's paper thin on a bigger bed, it's just going to flex to the bed. It might tweak. So
yeah,
thicker is better.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would say for the mirror because it's a flat surface, and the thicker it is, the less flex there is in it.
Yeah.
my class beds are 4 mil thick.
Okay, that seems to be printing okay. I just want to watch till it moves over, does the other side, and if it prints okay over there, I'm good.
I'm very happy with Prusa so far, but I did have some
You mean
problems.
you mean
like I said
Louise is
earlier.
very happy with the pre-show?
Come on, guys.
I bought new nozzles from JG Maker. They cut it. They cut the PTV too long. Then the first print with the new nozzle came out and scratched them. Oh, I haven't. I have. You know, there's one extruder on my RSD that I changed the nozzle on. Because I was getting print issues, and it's been fine ever since I changed the nozzle. I had extruder 2. I've never changed the nozzle, and I normally do a lot of duplication mode on those printers. So
Yeah, follow-up video I got to get done for my IDEX too. I
I've been
haven't done
lucky.
that.
Sorry.
I'm doing one video at a time. I need to do a follow-up on the IDEX printer. Those
Oh
runout
yes, yes,
sensors,
yes.
there's a lot more videos I need to make on that, but right now I'm working on a video for the X1. I need to
Mhm.
follow up on the 2 trees. I need to, like I said in my video I released yesterday, I have a lot of follow-up videos to do and a lot of things, but I can only do one at a time, so it just takes time.
Yeah. What other prints have you planned any other prints for the D3
IDEX?
Pro or
I haven't,
the X40? Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it yet, but I need to find out what's up with the filament runout sensors. I need to get the wireless connectivity, check it out on it, and I need to print some more cool stuff in duplication mode and film it. But like I say, I'm working on the X tool right now. So
Yeah, I haven't. Mostly use duplication mode. I do some mirror of most duplication. I don't do all that two material or two color.
you told me that when I slice a model, leave it on either the left or the right side,
The
and then
left.
when I actually go to print it, then you pick it on the screen to duplicate it, right?
And well, what you do is you put it on the left. Hey Ben, how are you? So you print, you put it on over on the left side of the bed, and then when you go to print, when you go in and you hit the print button, you select the model, and it'll give you an option in the center. I think it says mode, and you choose that, and it gives you a menu that says single, duplicate, or mirror, and you
Okay.
choose duplicate, and it will duplicate or mirror mode it.
Okay,
Just make sure you don't go. You can go the full length of the bed, the full depth of Y, but
Yeah.
only half of X or less than half of X.
Yeah.
Estimate about 110 millimeters, no wider than that on the left side.
And if you accidentally make it too big in the slicer, when you start to print, it's going to run into itself.
It will run into it. Well, in mirror mode, it won't. But what will happen is it will run off the other side of the bed. So
Okay.
I'll print off the bed and come back in again. You don't want that, and it could end up crashing into the end, and you don't want that either. So you need to keep it in there.
Yeah, I want to
You're
get
moving
mine.
again. Ben, where are you moving to? Everybody's moving.
Move
You
somewhere with
take that.
internet, Ben. Come on. If you're gonna
Yeah,
move, you gotta have internet.
yeah. That old string and string and can is not working anymore. We need something a little bit faster. I've been
Wi-Fi
through
carrier picture doesn't work really well either.
I've been through all that packing. That Ben, I have moved internationally many times. I've moved from Ireland to Germany, Germany to Singapore, Singapore to the US.
I used to have a bumper sticker on my truck that said, "Yes, this is my truck, and no, I'm not going to help you move."
Well,
Because
mine was international, so you can't load in the truck to do that.
yeah,
My brother.
From this side.
All right. So I'm not turning that down anymore.
Sorry, I'm printing the Fab 365 Starship, and it's and the booster.
Motor.
So when I'm starting it off, I'm making sure I did the first layers, and I'm putting a skirt around it to make sure there's a good adhesion. Because some of the parts are, I don't want them warping on me, so I'm adding a skirt to make sure to hold down a little bit better.
do you have
Even though
dual
it's just
monitors?
PLA.
Do you got dual monitors right there, Liam?
And I have a laptop screen, and in this, yes.
Okay, why don't you show us what you're printing from Fab
Sure.
365? Pull up
Yeah,
the
of course,
website
yeah.
and show everybody.
So let me just drag this onto the other screen because it's probably the best way to show it. This is a good idea, Jerry.
Jerry had a good idea. What?
I know, yeah.
Wow.
Miracles never cease. He knows we're only joshing him. So I'm doing two. I'm doing this one, which I haven't started yet, and I'm just starting the parts here. So I've started these pieces here, and these three I'm printing, and these have to be done in either a gray or a charcoal color. So I haven't got to them yet. And then when that's done, I'll go over and I'll start printing this part. So I have to order more white PLA and some black. So I'm Jerry, but we are poor and can't afford it right now. We have a good friend who let us use his RV.
Well, I know. At least move somewhere where when you can afford it, then you can have better internet. That's what I meant. Even if you can't afford to get it now, at least be living somewhere. Hopefully, you can get internet. Maybe I don't know. I'm not
Park
sure.
near Starbucks, they have internet. You can piggyback up their internet for free.
Yeah.
Tanner got his internet today.
Who did?
Tanner.
Oh, cool.
Tanner 3D.
He's been without internet all this time.
Huh?
He's been without internet all this time.
He's only had dial-up.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, he was using his cell phone. He just got fiber today.
Oh, good.
Well, that's a bummer.
Since he moved.
Well, I remember the house he bought. And he had the loft all fixed up. A nice looking place.
There is a model rocket motors. Yeah, I'm not going to fly mine though. I don't want to fly mine. Mine are for display because, like, I go out. Like, I had another Falcon 9. I'm going to redo the other Falcon 9 at some point with the crew capsule on it because I do a lot of outreach and a lot of talk for NASA. And actually, I'll probably be at the museum again this coming weekend for maybe Saturday or Sunday. I haven't decided yet. And then the following weekend on there both Saturday and Sunday because it's their closing day for their Apollo display. The closing weekend, so they're going to be crazy busy. And so they've asked me, like up until now we've been in talks, but and presentations there. But we found that a lot of people have a lot of questions about how the rocket works, how does it get to space, what are the different phases it goes through, and so on. And because of that, we spend more time doing that than I did doing the presentations. So this coming weekend, I'm probably going to spend more time concentrating on explaining that stuff to people and answering their questions, which there was a lot of. And then in the following week, both days, I'll spend more time explaining it because the display doesn't explain the phasing of the rocket, the stages of the rockets, or anything like that.
Yeah, I can get Social Security in 4 years. I'll be eligible for social in 4 years. So 4 years and 2.5 months.
So I'm.
Liam, where's Big Bertha?
Where's who?
Big Bertha.
Who's Big Bertha? The big printer?
Yeah.
You gave her a name? It's right over here on the ground
Okay.
because it's too big to put anywhere else. You've all seen it, right? You've all seen it. That
Yeah.
big printer?
You ever figured out how to rearrange that room to make it fit somewhere where we can see it?
It's going to be on the floor. No, it's going to be on the floor. There's nowhere else to put it. I haven't built the box for it yet because I've been busy every weekend, but I do need to build a box for it. 'Cause tomorrow night I'm going to be out doing an astronomy event. No, not tomorrow night. Friday night I'll be out doing an astronomy event
Wow.
at the Henry Ford house. They asked us to do an astronomy event for them, so I'll be down there tomorrow night or Friday night in the museum on Saturday. Dan,
Hey, Dan.
What's up, guys?
did you get my message?
Where'd you send it?
It was days ago. I can't remember anymore. Look what came in.
Oh, nice. Yes,
Five
you got
different colors.
you got your gifted box.
I did 5 different colors.
Cool.
Thank you. I messaged you. I'm almost sure I missed you on Twitter.
You probably did. I don't pay attention anymore. I'm pretty bad about responding.
I'm back. Like weeks went by. Loyal messaged me on Twitter, and weeks went by before I responded to him.
Yeah,
But I'm not good on Twitter.
that's all right. I'll go look later. Right now,
Don't worry. I just said thank you. I told you it was here. That's all. But now you're here, so you know it's here.
yeah, it's good.
So what are you up to?
Just getting out here in the office. Haven't been out here since last night's little event.
What happened last night? I wasn't on.
I did the one chip challenge last night.
Okay.
You know what the Pocky one chip challenge is?
It's not that bad, is it?
I went a full hour without eating or drinking anything after consuming the chip, but for about the first 5 minutes, my brain hurt really bad.
Well, at least now we know you have one.
Yeah. There was no option to talk really. My daughters tried talking to me. They were sitting right here for some reason while I was eating the chip. They wanted to be in the room. I don't know why. Then they tried talking to me, and I'm just like, no, go away. I didn't even hear what they were saying. They were talking.
What type of a chip? What was on it other than it was really hot?
It's a Dorito.
Huh.
It's Carolina Reaper powder and scorpion pepper powder.
Does it smell hot?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're very hot. That's the whole thing about the challenge.
The thing is you don't see the chip. It is just completely saturated in powder. So, and then it's all brown. Like the chip was brown, and mine was broken into a bunch of little pieces. So I just pinched them all together and popped it back and started chewing. Chewed through it just fine, and then I went and swallowed it. And as soon as I swallowed it, my instinct was to exhale, and that was when forget about it. It was all over. Once I exhaled, forget about it.
You need milk really fast.
It just lit everything up. Oh, I didn't eat or drink anything for 60 minutes because according to their little, let's see here. Oh, I think it's on the back of the.
Did you turn red? Were your eyes watering? Was your nose running?
No, surprisingly, I didn't have like the really bad runny, like watering eyes. I didn't have the really bad runny nose. I think part of it's probably just because allergies has me all dried out or something. I don't know.
Wow.
No, but this morning after his system processed, other parts were running.
Yeah, I like things with a bite. I like my food to have a bite, but not hot. I can't handle hot.
No, I love spicy. I love spicy.
Yeah, you don't want to do the chip. I'll tell you that much because the chip really has no flavor. It's just instant kick you in the teeth with heat. Like it was just kind of like I got punched in the face with like hot pepper. That was it.
Like jalapeno poppers when they're rolled in cheese, deep fried, they're good because there's other stuff there with them. You're not just eating straight jalapeno.
No, I like really spicy food. Even like when I was living in Singapore, the locals would be eating spicy food and they'll be perspiring, and I was eating the exact same thing opposite them. And it didn't faze me one bit. So I'd be up to do the challenge. I don't mind. I'm up to doing that.
All right,
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get him.
What do you think of Vegemite, Dan? Extremely salty, eh?
He's nodding. It's small, but he's nodding. Like
I am far from a fan of Vegemite. I'll do the one chip challenge before I eat any more of that damn Vegemite. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, really salty.
Like,
yeah.
It was one of those things where it's like if I wanted to eat something like that, I would just go get a jar of salt and just pour it in my. And it's not even really the fact that it's really that salty. There's just
it's nasty.
like I explained it to everybody. To me, it tasted like if you take spray cheese out of the can, like the canned spray cheese. If you take that and burn it in a pan and then eat it, that's what it tastes like to me. But
no, it was shipped to them from Australia.
Spray cheese. That's a good way to describe it.
But I'm just saying that's what it tasted like to me, was like burnt spray cheese. So I'm just trying to swap out a filament so I can finish my Ricky Tanner rep Ranger here. I got to do the roof for it, so I got to swap this color back in.
I just sent him a link. I don't know if he's working, but he got his internet today. So
yeah, I'm not sure what he's got going either. But I just got to swap a color real quick, and then I'll print the lid for it. And then I'm just waiting patiently for my gloop to get here so that I can finish my Mecha Rex Dan. Got to get him put together, and then I'm going to glue the wheels on my Rep Ranger so they don't.
$85 for a photon. I think that's a good deal. I don't have any cubic machines. You have a photon, Jerry, don't you?
And a cubic photon Mono X, which is, I think they dropped in price down to like $500, a little under $500 right now.
Well, he got one. He got a standard photon for $85.
Mine was $800 when it came out, and then like a year and a half later, they dropped way down. Best resin printer I've ever used.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got the Photon Zero sitting there. It's like it's the $100 one. I don't know which photon you're talking about, but if it's the Photon Zero, it's not bad for $85. I mean, it was $100 when I got it, so if that's the same one, it's not bad for $85. I mean,
I have an original Elgu Mars. It's probably the same as those other ones you're talking about. The original one, this set, collecting dust.
Yeah, I don't have any cubic machines.
I got to swap out some resin. I got to get that black out of there because that's not even a 4K screen or a 2K screen or a 4K screen in that thing. So for some reason, that black resin that's in there just does not want to cure and build right. So I'm just gonna swap it out for the gray and go. You know.
Yeah. The M3 Max looks like a decent machine. I don't know anybody who's actually reviewed it personally, so.
Which one that came out had the gravity feed on the bottle with the plunger, which is a nice way to add resin, but having two tubes and an electrode, that's completely stupid. It's something that's going to break down. They shouldn't have done it. There's another one that's out there. I forget which one it is. It has a cap, and you turn it upside down. The cap is actually gravity feed. You don't have additional hoses and electrodes and all that other crap. You start adding a lot of crap, it's just something else to break down and go wrong, and then, it's a gimmicky thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Printer Prawn, back to you. You said the dude has two of them and an Ender 3 and he wants $250 for everything. Buy it.
That's a good deal.
Like if he's got two resin printers and an Ender 3 and he wants $250 for all of it, buy it all.
Yeah, even 3 is $100 new.
You can buy all of that for $250. Sell the Ender for $150. And then you're out $100 for two resin printers. That's $50 a piece. And if they both work, great. Use one, and if you like it, use the other one. If you don't, keep one and sell the other one for another $50 or $100, and then you got a resin printer for free. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I would take that deal all day long. If somebody's like, I got an Ender 3 and two resin printers, $250, I'll take that deal. But I don't have $250 right now.
Hey, Ben, how you doing? Yeah, Ben, I seen Joel's video. I think it was Vlog did a video on it like a week ago. I seen that. Hello, Otter Danger Dan. How you doing?
Hey, Shane. Do you want to come in? Anybody who wants to come in, here's the link. If you want to come in and join the conversation, you're welcome to do so. The 99 Micro Center offer was that's where I have the Micro Center offer, but that's what I used to turn it into a belt printer.
Yeah, Ender 3 Pro for $99. That's crazy. And so, in other words, I wanted to sell any of my Ender 3s. I can't even sell them because I've got too much money tied up in them. But I want to convert a CR10 to a belt printer.
Hey.
I just need to find a good kit by
Hey, Hutch.
somebody where I can convert a CR10 to a belt printer. Hutch, what's
No,
going on?
yeah, allergy season has kicked in, guys, big time. So, any luck with that, Llama?
Huh?
Any luck with that?
Yeah, I had it running this morning. I'm just doing some fine tuning. It's still running hot, but not dangerous hot. I printed this, so it's orange again.
No matter.
And it printed it fairly decently.
Resin printers don't need an autofill. You just dump more in as you go.
Yeah,
Big print. You just add it as you go. If you get up in the middle of the night or the next morning, it's still printing. You just add resin. You don't need extra nonsense just so they can drive the price up higher.
Yeah, just check it before you go to bed and check it again when you wake up. You should be good.
Yeah. Printer Prawn. Just so you know, they have your info on file, not your brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin, mom, dad, niece, nephew. They don't have their info. So you can still get that deal. You just got to be somebody else for a little bit or bring somebody with you to Micro Center, and you're good to go, my man.
Well,
so,
you have to get the coupon online first.
That's why you go online, get the coupon, send it to another family member's phone. You take that family member out for lunch, and you get yourself a $100 printer, and you get lunch with a family member or a friend. And then you take your friend home, you take your new $100 printer home, and you enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm rushing and not paying attention, the start of this thing is not going as planned. I'm going to let it cool down, and I'm going to I'll look at it later on. I'll get it kicked off before I go to bed. Congo sold customer returns of Ender 3 Pros for $79 and $89. Probably also good enough for the bill. Yes. Like you don't use the bed. You don't well, it depends on the conversion you do. But yeah, for that price, you can replace whatever you want. You still have a good frame. So
you can have an upright belt or you can have an angled belt. It can either be continuous or it can do multiple prints over and over and over and roll them off the end one after another.
Dan knows all the scam angles.
It's not really a scam.
No,
you give somebody else $100 to buy it for you. And you know what? You're taking them to lunch. So in return for lunch, they're giving you a printer that they paid your $100 for. You know?
No, he's right.
I mean, get yourself the printer, man, while you can. $100 is $100, and you can damn well bet at some point I will be taking a trip to Micro Center with a few of my family members and a few $100, and we will be coming back with a few Ender 3s, whether I use them all or whether I take them and use them as giveaways on streams or whether I convert them to different things, you know.
Don't you know you're supposed to be boycotting Ender?
I can't hear you guys
right now.
Well, you got a problem. Clean your ears.
Why?
Boycotting Creality.
Why?
I'll be right back.
Because their Creality site is.
Hey, when she comes back, everybody move your mouth, but don't say anything.
They're stealing models and stealing.
But Mom will still be talking.
There's
So
a lot of designers on the Creality site, and if you complain, they just block you.
Oh.
And they keep your models.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, don't. Right now, everyone's trying to boycott Creality because they told Creality, and Creality's like, "Oh, we'll look into it," and then all they do is block people.
Steven, that sticker went out this morning. I missed the mailman yesterday. The sticker went out today. The mail picked it up.
Yeah, and
so everybody's boycotting Creality right now until they fix it.
Yeah, and those who sent me a request, who asked me for NASA stickers, they went out today. I think Jamie, I tried now that I saw Jamie. I think she asked as well. I don't think I get them out to her, so I need to check. And if I didn't, I will try. I'll do it tomorrow.
Slim Pickens, hello.
Yeah. So what else is going on? Cruelty theft cloud. Yeah. Well, see, I never put anything up in their cloud because I do not like putting stuff in the cloud. I have an aversion to it.
I can hear you guys now. I was streaming on MakerDeck earlier, so I mute that site. Can you hear me? Oh my gosh.
We're only joking, you.
What?
I checked my mic before I came in, so I was
good,
like,
it worked.
what's going
It was
on?
funny. It was funny. It was funny. Hey, Vincent.
Hey, Vincent.
Jerry
Hey,
put us
everybody.
up with it. It's all Jerry's fault. But
Yeah.
it was funny.
You got me.
Oh, that was good. That was fun. You doing
You're all cleaned up, Vincent. You going to work, or are you a bouncer somewhere, or what?
No. I cannot sleep. I had bad news this evening, so they
Oh man, that sucks.
they grabbed up my uncle. He's in the hospital with cancer. So
Oh,
I'm sorry to
no.
hear that.
his kidneys is dying, and one of his intestines is completely gone. So
So sorry to hear that, Vincent.
Yeah.
I think he cannot make it in maybe a week. So
Oh, that sucks.
yeah. So in the meanwhile, I'm still working on my new lighting
What's that for?
for the arch, for the LED
The
light.
light arch. Okay.
Yeah, I'm building one that's a little bit like transparent, so the RGB light can shine through it.
Oh, that'll be
I thought it
cool.
was a bridge going over a creek.
That's what I
basic-
thought.
Yeah, it's basically a bridge. You need 16 of these, and then one straight and 2 feet. So it's gonna be 2 meters wide and 1 meter high.
I've seen
Nice.
those that look like a spine.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's on Thingiverse. So
Hi,
I
Chris.
already made one for my son, but I wanted to do it in like almost transparent, so the lighting will come through it better.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I've been working on. And couldn't sleep.
Well, I had, I'm printing the Moon Knight bust so I can paint it for Wicked 3D. And
Hey, Kitecrafter, how are you?
this Mono X 6K is giving me troubles. 14-hour print, and it just printed the front side of a hollowed model. So, I don't know.
What type
I'm
of
going to
resin?
try re-leveling and see if that works. I don't
What
know.
type of resin?
Oh, it's Elegoo Clear Blue because I was, if you can see behind me, I was doing a time lapse. And so I got a 14-hour time lapse of a fail. Because the Clear Blue does make amazing time lapse videos. You
Did
can
the
see
models pull off the supports, or they just didn't print?
it pulled off the supports.
Okay, increase your dense support layers to 75 to 80.
I've done it.
Medium supports.
I'm using, this is the only way, this thing is huge. I'm printing it full scale, so it's a 1/4 scale model. The torso barely fits on the Mono X width-wise, so I had to use the pre-supported
Hey, almost done.
pre-supported and hollowed model that they have, and I mean it's right on the edge. It's hollowed a little thinner than I like, but that shouldn't make any difference at all. But I've done everything that I can think of. I've increased the power, the UV power. I've increased the cure time to 2 seconds, and I've never had to do Elegoo Clear Blue at 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But
Kitecrafter, I'm not watching it right now, but I normally do watch all of them, but I haven't watched the one. I didn't watch today's docking, but I've watched most of the others. It's kind of cool to watch if you haven't seen them before. The crew 4 is actually docking with the ISS today.
Kick it up to 3 seconds and try to reprint it. Maybe that'll help. I had to do that one. For some reason, on 2 of my printers, when I first got my mid-size resin printers, I had a bunch of failures. And it's like all of a sudden, a week or so later, things just got better and everything worked. But for some reason, initially, everything was failing. I was having having tons of problems.
It's,
Well,
oh, go ahead, Jimmy. Sorry.
they're not Selena. She's Yusu.
She is, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Spring
Oh, and a cubic.
put out a firmware
Oh,
update. So I updated
basics
the
website.
firmware. It's only for the HC boards, but that's what mine has. And this is a better print than I've gotten so far. Everything else was just a complete fail. And so I'm going to try increasing to like 2.2, I think, and see if that helps. If it doesn't, I'm going to the GK1. I know it'll print.
Are you filming with a
a great
DSLR
printer.
camera with resin lapse cable?
Yeah, I'm using a Canon SL3, Canon
Okay.
EOS Rebel
I
SL3.
don't know if you can help me, but my DSLR camera, I've done a lot of resin lapse videos, as you know. I've been doing them for 6 months now, probably, since
Yeah.
the cable came out. And then when I put them in DaVinci Resolve, I speed them way up.
Yeah.
So like from 100, I take them up to like 10,000. That way they're growing really fast. But
Yeah.
I changed the setting somewhere on my camera when I was doing a time lapse over here, filming something I was doing at this table a couple weeks ago. And I don't know what I changed when I done the time lapse the other day for all those minis. I had 10, 12 time lapses, and I couldn't crunch them. When I put them in DaVinci Resolve, didn't have an option to speed any of them up. So the one video I did show, it took a minute and a half to show it, slowly growing over a minute and a half. It was like an 8-hour print, but for some reason, I don't know what I did on the camera, but I couldn't speed up my videos. It's
That's
never happened
crazy.
before.
I don't know if it's the camera. I don't know anything about DaVinci Resolve. I do everything in Adobe Premiere Pro, but it may be your video, the Resolve, doing that. But I mean, if you want to get on a StreamYard later with just me and you, we can do that. And
I just think keep Googling and try to figure out what happened. There's a program that AstroPrint and a few other people had me add to it called I can't think of the name of the damn program I put on the
did it put the files like you're doing taking pictures, correct?
Yeah, like 5,000 or 6,000 pictures.
Yeah.
And when you drop into DaVinci Resolve, it basically makes it into a video. I drop it on my timeline. I right click on that file, and then I can crunch it and speed it up if I wanted to, or slow it down. Now on my cell phone, I tape anything. I can do the same thing. I can speed up or slow it down. But for some reason, on this particular set of videos, I can't do nothing with them.
Did it put it in separate folders or separate files? Did it name your files separately?
No.
Like DCIM, the folder?
No, normally when I grab the folder on my D drive and I drag it over to DaVinci and drop it where you put your folders, it usually leaves it in a folder. For some reason, it brought it out and open with everything else. So I had to go through, highlight the top, hold down Shift, go all the way down to the bottom, like 5,000 pictures later, click on the bottom, and drag that to my timeline. Normally, it leaves a folder. So maybe it was an update in DaVinci. It screwed something up. I don't know.
They have recently updated it. They actually announced it the other day.
Yeah, I update constantly with them. But
the only time I've ever had an issue with that is I was going through all my photos and I was like, oh, that one's blurry. I deleted that photo and that made the numbers of the photo go weird. So then it brought it in to Premiere Pro weird. So I only got a time lapse of a part of the whole print.
Yeah, and then I got a flickering issue that came back on the one video I did show, which I have a ring light and I got my overhead LED light. My flickering got really bad on that one time lapse.
That's a setting on your camera.
Well, it's a frame rate, because what the flickering could be the frame and the phasing of the lights, because normal electrical lights go on and off.
But the thing is that shouldn't be a frame rate issue because you're taking photos. You're not filming video.
Yeah, each layer clicks a photo, and then it does another layer, and then it takes a photo. Yeah, and there's no flash on the camera; it's turned off. I don't know. I got something wrong. I'm in the wrong mode or something. It's on the green button. It's on automatic. I guess I need to go to manual. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
You know what I had happen one time? It was a long print, probably 4,000 photos. But have you ever had resin cure from your ring light?
No.
I have. I don't remember what resin it was, and I haven't had it happen since. But the resin that sits on the top of the build plate, it was cured
Huh.
from my ring light.
And of course, I had the top off because I'm filming it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Sorry, we're just kind of taking up.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine. Go ahead. No, it's good. Amish Gnome. I've had this many months. They sent it to me as an eval machine before it was even released. I probably had it about a month before release.
Hey, Ralph.
And it just prints. I haven't had any issues with it. Once you get it set up, I don't have the profile on this machine, so I need to set it up again. But it just prints and prints and prints nonstop. I've never had any real issues with it printing. And now I'm not a big fan of this.
Yeah, I don't.
Those are garbage. If you can bend them like that, throw it in the garbage. Put it frisbee. Open a window, bounce it off the neighbor's house.
Actually, but it prints on it and it releases really easy.
Yeah.
Is it magnetic?
Yeah.
They kind of stick.
Put it on your diode laser and cut it out and make magnets.
Yeah.
No. Well, the magnet is on the bed, not the sheet.
Not the sheet.
They're never on the removable sheet. Yeah, they're always on the bed.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a good little machine. Everybody who's used one, everyone like Chep, at Filming Friday, Chuck checked it out. He did a review on it. He loves the printer. I honestly I don't have a Prusa machine, so I can't talk about the Prusa. But
Vinayan, hello.
Going by what I've seen, it's a good challenger for a Prusa Mini, and it's half the price.
Question for you in chat.
And it's what?
It's half the price. It's $170.
What is it?
This is the Ender 2 Pro.
Ender?
Ender 2 Pro.
Yeah.
And it's the same build volume as a Prusa Mini.
It's only been out for like 8 months or something.
Yeah, I've had it about a year.
Huh.
And it's the same build volume as a Prusa Mini, and it prints great. Hey, Kieran, how's life? It's not a private channel. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome.
Hi, Kieran.
So if anyone wants to come in and join the conversation.
We talk about 3D printing, lasers, painting, resin, a little bit of anything and everything that's hobby related.
Yeah, that's not what I copy. This is what I wanted. Sorry, guys.
Matt, are you sleeping?
Is he?
No, he always moves that slow.
He looked like he was sleeping.
I know. I am tired, I have to admit. But,
I know, yeah. I've seen you on channels before.
I mean, it is
Hi, Kieran.
in the morning there or something.
What, me sleeping on a channel?
That too.
No.
I've seen you fall asleep on screen.
Oh, everybody done that once.
I haven't.
I did it twice when I was in Matt in the Kumamart stream. We were sitting all night long, and it was 5 a.m, and I was like,
It's been like I've been close on Maker Deck. You get in there in the comments, and you can, till 3 o'clock in the morning, and just watching.
I scared Matt. How did you scare Matt last night? Please tell me more.
Yeah, tell me more. How did you scare me?
I had to replace a monitor, and she's fell asleep. You go, oh no! There's no need. No, because if he sleeps on screen, Louise, we'll just make fun of him. It's okay. That's all right. That's fine.
How'd she scare him? She canceled the internet.
Oh my god!
Really?
His printers.
No, you just
asked. I have a sword on Maker Deck.
Scare Matt, so I just gave you how that could have happened.
Guys, I'm stepping out. My tooth has been bugging me all day, and it's just getting worse. So I'll be lurking in the background here listening, but I'm just sitting here in pain, and I don't want to necessarily be rubbing my jaw constantly while hanging out on stream. And so I'll be in chat.
All right. Have a great night.
Hope you feel better, Dan.
Yeah, thanks. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Okay, on Twitch. I'm in mod mode. How do I get out of mod mode and go back to normal mode?
I don't know because I've never in mod mode.
Yeah,
I'm always running my stream, so It's okay, Dan. You're always welcome to lurk, of course. Sorry, I'm just going to set up this printer.
Thank you
This.
for checking me out on YouTube. Yeah, I do videos on YouTube. I used to live stream there a lot, interview people. Now I just right now I'm just posting videos on YouTube.
Why is this not going in across the right? I'm gonna force it. I don't care.
Where is my machine? I don't
Take
see
a look
it.
at the size difference of this one. This is the second one that I'm printing. Take a look at the size difference of this one. This is the second one that I'm printing.
Somebody's got Twitch running.
Where's the feedback? Who's got them two open? Guy? Where's the feedback? Who's got them two open? Hold on, mine. Someone has got a Twitch.
I've got two open, but I've got StreamYard unmuted.
Vincent, check, please.
Not me.
It's gone?
Must have been me.
It's gone.
I muted StreamYard, but I don't know.
Okay, why are you in hospital again, Milan? Or Milan? Why are you in hospital again?
Vitamin take before. I've been suffering from seizures.
Okay.
And I had a fall this morning. And they needed to check out my neck and my shoulder. So I have seizures, and I started having seizures, and it makes me black out. And I burnt my face on the stove.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh!
So yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. Man,
that's why you guys haven't been seeing me on so much.
You've got no luck. You've had no luck.
No.
This has been the last 12 months have been a tough year for you.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah, it started about three months ago. So, and the worst one was when I burnt my face. I made myself breakfast. Got everything set up. Went back in the kitchen to get my plate, turn off the stove. Over to turn off the stove. I remember touching the knob. Next thing I remember waking up hollering. Put my hand over my mouth.
Oh my God!
Back the wheelchair up. Turn it around. As soon as I turned around and hit for the bathroom, all I felt was my face hit the floor. I don't know how long I was down, whatever else. I woke up, got my butt up on my foot pedal in my wheelchair, used controls, lifted myself up, went to the bathroom, put water on my face, and the skin just peeled off my lip, tip of my nose, by my eyebrow, and ended up with second-degree burns all over my face like that. I split my head open, so now I'm like when I'm in a wheelchair. I gotta stay seatbelted in. So, and this morning, about 4:30 this morning, and I don't remember anything. I was asleep. And then I woke up on the floor hollering in pain, and my legs were actually caught in between my bed and my wheelchair, and I was actually laying on the side of my head with my shoulder on the ground. So everything kind of like messed up. So I had to see the neck surgeon today. They're gonna do surgery in 3 weeks to go ahead and fix my neck. So that's the reason why you guys haven't seen me in so long. So
my goodness.
Are you in the mood to smile? Sorry?
I'm trying to smile, man.
No, I was going to say, if I say something funny, will I make you smile?
Yeah, as long as it's funny.
Well, I'm just going to say, you've had so many problems. If that happened, if my dog had half those problems, we'd have put her down already. So. That worked.
I don't know. I think Brody was eyeing one of my handguns the other day. He's thinking probably, Dad, you can have enough. Let me put you down.
Do they think this neck surgery is going to help your seizures?
They're hoping so. I mean, they had me on the anti-seizure medication. I've had 2 small ones where I've been in my wheelchair, and I really don't know what happens when I'm out. All I know is I wake up and Brody's sitting there barking at me. He's seen me fall asleep in my chair. If I fall asleep in my chair, he just lays on the floor in front of me and goes to sleep. So my body's doing something, or he knows something's going on because he wakes me up and he's sitting there literally almost in my lap barking at me.
Did
So
you see what Kieran said?
It's different, huh?
Kieran said we need an awful lot less to put me down.
Gee,
Yeah,
I don't know what.
Kieran's just looking for excuses to put me down.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can see everybody, but I can't see the chat.
Don't worry. That's why I'm relaying it, because I know you're incapacitated at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, so now I brought up the chat, but when I bring up the chat, I'm on my tablet. When I bring up the chat, then it's like it's a milky white screen over everybody's faces, but I can see that everybody's typing. So
No, what you're seeing is the color of Matt. He hasn't been in the sun for so long. He's actually that white.
oh, is that what that is? Okay. Alrighty then.
Oh my
Well,
God.
how's everybody been doing anyway?
He lives in the UK. They don't get much sun. That's why he's tasty white.
I love Amazon. I made an order this morning about 11 o'clock, and here it is.
I'm a ghost, you know.
Ugh. I wish I could get my Amazon stuff that quick. I need some paint.
Well, see, Jerry has got a Jeep
May
on your
3rd
line.
before I'm going to get it.
Not everything comes same day, but quite a bit of stuff does.
Yeah.
I ordered
Yeah, if you catch them at the right time, if you're up early in the morning and you see something you like, sometimes it'll say you'll get it by 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. if you order within the next hour.
I ordered an FID wallet
Couple
because I'm going to engrave it on my X-Tool D1. That's the only reason I ordered the new brown wallet, so I can engrave it.
Cool.
Oh, that'd be cool.
See, Louise even agrees when she's saying, "Sun, what is this sun you're speaking about?"
So what's going on with you, Llama? I haven't seen you in a while, man.
I'm dicking with this printer, trying to get it all back together.
Hey, Subsector.
Hey, Subsector, how are you? So,
Subsector 3D, hello.
yeah, in the UK, summer is that day between the last day of June and the second day of July. That
Hey,
hours
Liam,
between those
can
summer
you
is.
mute me real quick, please?
Sorry,
I need to mute myself.
what you want me to do?
Mute
You're
him
muted.
so you can't hear
mute
him.
Oh, sorry, you're muted.
You're muted. He's cussing somebody.
Oh, he's talking to the nurse or someone. He's saying, "Give me more drugs. I need more drugs."
When I was in the hospital, I didn't want to live stream. There's no way. I was in the hospital multiple times. You guys remember a few
Same.
years back, and I didn't even want visitors. I didn't want to watch TV. I was just in horrible pain.
My mom had shoulder replacement surgery this morning.
How is she doing?
I'm a horrible daughter. I haven't even called her.
What?
I've been busy all day. My grandma's 92. I had to go run for her. So I'll call her when we're done here.
That's Jerry with his sound effects. That's not me. I don't. Yeah, poor Mylan's having a heck of a time of it.
Yeah. I mean, from my stepdad, the surgery went great. They expect no issues. And she had really minimal movement in her shoulder because the arthritis was so bad. So now she'll be back to her old self, doing push-ups and whatnot.
Doing push-ups.
No, my mom she's 73 and really, really active.
Right.
So this won't get her down.
Yeah, my parents aren't active anymore.
Helps if I actually plug the motor in, huh?
That would help.
My mom is way more active than I am.
Hello, how
Hey,
you doing?
guys.
Hey,
I'm
Karen.
going off. I got my written exam tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's for your driving test, right?
Yeah, tomorrow morning. And after that, I'm seeing my daughter for the first time in 8 months. So,
Good.
yeah.
Set up a cell
good.
phone in the car and tape it. Have a hidden camera filming what happens.
No, it's not driving the car. I have to do it on the computer.
Oh, okay.
So it's my fourth try.
So you're
Can you
doing it
hear
from
me
home?
now?
Yeah, we can hear
Hey,
you.
Tim, do you want to come in?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tim.
No.
There you
What's
go,
going
Tim.
on,
You can
Tim?
join us. I have something to show you, Tim.
No, no more. No.
Tim, look what came in the
It
mail.
feels bad, don't it,
I
Louise?
missed you on Twitter, but I don't think you
That
saw
our
it.
parents are more active than we are.
Look, this I got this from Tim. Tim D with Tim. I don't know where he got it. He's where he found it.
Nice. It
Thank
says
you, Tim.
field-
Oh, that's
field
cool.
I think they're just little notebooks. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know if I will. I might just keep it. I might just keep it in the pack because it looks nice.
Okay, there's something wrong.
Is that a rock
You're
over
like-
there, Liam?
You're just like my mom, Liam. We'll give her something that's really nice, like a I don't know, a set of something, and she leaves it in the box, or she leaves it in the package that it comes in, thinking, "Oh, it looks really nice. I'm going to keep it like this." Use it.
So if you're in the UK, if Loopy's standing next to her mom, does she go, "Mummy"?
Mummy, yeah.
Mummy.
Mummy?
Mommy.
I thought it was funny, but anyway.
What was that? What's that TV show? What was that show? What's that? A cartoon TV show, adult show?
Which one?
What's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. I don't.
Exactly that name.
The little kid is really intelligent. Always, and there's a mom.
Oh, Stewie
Stewie, that's him.
from the Family Guy.
That's him. Yeah.
I got booted out of
thought it
Maker
was
Deck,
Extreme,
Tim. I'm
I
like
thought it was funny.
I'm
Gary.
like at 96%, and I got booted out of Maker Deck.
Kieran, we can't hear you.
He knows he's playing. No, we don't hear
No.
you, Karen.
What have you painted new, Gary?
The way we like it.
It's the
Yeah,
quietest I've
we
ever
like
had,
it.
Kieran. It's not. It's really.
Jamie, what have you
We're-
painted new?
On your part,
Now
correct?
There we go.
Now we can
What?
hear you.
What?
Yep. It wasn't me, Jamie. I swear, I'm not on duty at the moment, so it wasn't me.
What? Oh, from Maker Deck.
Yeah. I
No,
didn't kick
when
you
I
off.
came in, I had
Oh,
left
you
and
did
came back,
earlier.
and when I came in, my screen was
Alright,
black,
well,
and
how are
it
you?
said that there was a problem with the stream or something. I
It
was
may
still,
have been the 48-hour rollover. Every 48 hours, they got to reconnect on Stream Deck. It only lasts for 48 hours for continuous streaming.
okay.
So if you're in the stream when it's doing it, you'll basically everyone will get thrown out and has to rejoin.
Okay, and yeah,
And
I
It's
wasn't home. to do
48
that.
hours plus or minus. It's not like exactly 48 hours. It may be 38 hours, maybe 41 hours, but it's around 48 hours. The stream
Yeah.
will reset. So that's why.
I knew it wasn't my connection because I was still streaming on my channel.
Yep. Or it could also
Oh,
be
yeah,
it could just
everywhere.
crapped out as well on Stream Deck.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, what have you
24
painted
hour
new?
reset too, doesn't it?
What?
What have you painted new?
I have not painted anything new.
Tim,
Hey,
I
Tim.
painted a tree
That's a good looking tree.
why would you paint a tree?
because there's a model that goes with that tree, but I
Oh,
can't
that's
show that
different.
model off.
Hey, Tim, edit your name down below.
She's not released yet.
Oh, right. I'll edit my name because I sacrificed my Maker Deck or that other stream. I can always go back. I got another 40 hours left on this print, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, stop
don't have-
fondling your croc.
you
It
don't
looks
have to edit
embarrassing
it.
in public, Tim.
Edit my name.
So what's going on, Tim?
Not a lot. I'm there we go. Nothing. I'm started this big print so that I can show it off at the show, and I got this in today.
Oh, the Evo for it.
So, and then I also have my ADXL and my wiring in, so I'm going to get the input shaper done on this little guy now. So, yeah, got a little bit of wiring to do. But I'm mostly just prepping for the Maker Faire coming up. Richard called me today. I'm going to be helping him with a few things. Apparently, we have a booth side by side. So, yeah.
I wish
How
I was
romantic.
close enough to go to one of those.
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
should
say,
be,
how
hopefully it'll
romantic.
be successful. Oh,
So,
I
by
did
the way,
a
Tim,
benchy.
thank you for those. That's nice. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You know what? I've had those sitting around for a while. I had one that's open, and I had that one. I used to subscribe to those guys. I got them every month, and I have a ton of their books. But I saw this one with to do with space, and I thought, you know what, Liam would appreciate that. So
Yeah. They're notepads? Is that where they are?
yeah, they're notebooks. Yeah,
Cool.
they're called field notes. They've been around for years.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I've seen it. I have used notebooks that size, but I never saw an Apollo one before.
No, yeah.
That's a cool idea.
Like I've got a whole bunch of them. They have one. They did a moon edition one, so they have one that looks like. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so they had one that looks like
Oh, nice.
this. It's got
those
the
are
moon on
cool.
it. You open it
That's
up, and
nice
it's got a
looking.
picture of the moon. And then yeah, the inside just shows your moon phases, and then it's basically a book to take notes of different things. And
Sweet.
in the back, it's got some
Okay.
stuff about the moon.
I'm convinced. I'm going to open it here so we can all see what's on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said, Liam. Open it up.
I
And
wonder
then
if Tim was here when I
in
did
the
it.
back of it, it's got a little model that you can put together of the
Yes, of
different
the capsule. I saw that. Yeah.
capsules.
Yep.
So they're
So-
pretty cool.
One says field notes, which actually shows the actually. Let me switch cameras.
Change
Well,
the
make
screen.
your screen
Yeah.
big.
I
Yeah,
just
don't-
realized
don't
I hadn't
flip-
done that.
Yeah.
So that's the front one, right? Which is the Apollo launch, Saturn V launch. The second one is the crew capsule.
That's nice.
Those
And then
are
the
really
third one-
nice.
The third one is just Neil and Buzz on the moon
Yeah.
with the lander in the background.
Neil and Bob in Hollywood, but okay.
In Hollywood.
Gary has to throw that in there. We know. I know.
I almost said it.
So let's see what's inside this. It says coordinates. Okay, that's only a little bit about the Apollo program. Let's see what's inside this one. Again, the same. About the Gemini projects. Cool. And this one is on the back. It says well, one's about the Mercury, one's about Gemini, and one is about the Apollo projects.
Very
Yeah.
awesome.
Very cool.
The pictures would have to be taken in the wintertime also, otherwise there might be a fly on the set. And then you're looking at them on the moon. You see a couple of
He can't even say it with a straight face. He's laughing his way through it. That's what makes it even funnier. I would set up for Make a Deck, right? Oh, look. There's
Is
more
that
of them
a-
in here.
Is that a punch out model?
There's 3 of them at the back.
Oh, cool.
See?
When I was a
One
kid,
year.
I used to love that kind of stuff.
That's so cool. I know. Me too. I love that stuff.
There's 3 of them.
Those are awesome.
I love this kind of stuff, yeah. I'll send you photographs when they're done.
Tim's got never mind.
What were
He
you
was
saying,
showing-
Gary?
Drag Tim over to the big screen. Let's see what he's showing there.
Yeah, just to show you, I've been I used to subscribe to
wow.
these field
Oh, wow.
notebooks, and so I've got a whole
Yeah.
slew of different packs of these field notebooks. And then it was like I don't use them much. I use the odd one to take notes, but then I thought that's it. I don't want to get any more. And the last ones I got were those space ones. So
Cool.
yeah, so I have a ton
Really
of
cool.
these.
You've
That'd be
broken
good
your
Really
collection
handy
of-
notebooks to put in your pocket, right?
Good
So-
for giveaways if you wanted to ever want to ship them anywhere. But
That's true.
You
And the
could,
thing
yeah.
is, these days, if you take notes, I take notes on my phone now. I very
Because-
rarely pull a pocketbook and a pen out, but these are still quite popular, and they've been publishing these for years now.
Chris,
It's
how
a
you doing?
guy. What's the guy's name that publishes them? He's got a massive company down there. Yeah. Anyways,
Mr. Perillo, I'm going to make you jealous.
yeah.
Look what I got.
Make your
Hey,
screen
Chris.
big.
Apollo, Mercury, and that's them on the moon. Little notepads.
Yeah, those are nice, man.
They're
They're
lovely.
nice.
Oh, they're
Oh,
cool.
I didn't even see. Hey,
I
Chris.
doodle on whatever's laying around me, a utility
Hey, Chris.
bill, whatever, and then I can't find it after I doodled it down somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Everything
dropped,
goes on my
That's a lot.
phone now.
I'm a doodler.
I use notepads an awful lot.
I don't know how to
I dropped
take
a link
notes on
in
my
chat
phone.
for cut out paper toys you can print off and cut out yourself. There's a whole range of fruit models on that to print out
Where in
and cut
chat
out.
is it?
It's in
Ooh.
chat.
Oh,
Hello. Copy.
I'll cut them out in the laser.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, they're just paper models designed to
Yeah, but
everything
the
from
laser
Royal
will
Rigs
paper.
to Statue of Liberty. So they're
Yeah,
all in
but
there.
the laser
Quite a
will do
collection.
a really good job of paper.
Yep. There you
Use
go.
heavy card. You use slightly heavy card, and it'll do a fantastic job.
Or glue it to it and cut it out, like
Yep.
glue stick or
Yep.
something.
Are they? I wonder if they're downloadable to where you can import them into Lightburn.
No, they're PDFs. They're PDFs on this website.
Yeah,
Like,
so you can bring
nothing
it to Lightburn, and you can right click on it in Lightburn and trace it.
Yeah. Probably not with all the graphics on the stuff, but
No, if you trace the outline, you can cut the outline only.
All right.
You know how to do that?
no. Oh, no,
Okay.
to trace?
Right click and click trace. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
what you do is the lines in between that you don't want to cut. You can click on each one of them, and you can make it. You can edit it as an SVG and take those lines out. Take out the inside lines and only leave the outside lines in
Yeah.
place.
I was talking about the graphics on the paper, like if there's windows or something that. Yeah.
Oh,
Or ungroup it and delete what you don't want and then regroup it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a bit of a clog on this. I think.
Going on a trip tomorrow. So Saturday, Jerry, I don't know. Hopefully I'll be back in time for your stream, but gonna go see my son play in a concert.
Okay.
nice.
Well, if
Rock
you have a
and
great
roll.
time, if you make it, you make it. You don't, you don't. We'll always be there every Saturday.
Yeah.
Send me the link.
Yeah. I'm not sure. No. I'm not sure if it's Saturday or Sunday. I'm at the museum. I'll have to check. I should get confirmation tomorrow. So I think I'll be at the museum this coming weekend, and then the following week, I'll be there both days of the weekend.
If I ever have a heart attack and die and you don't see me anymore online, I wanted to live to be 100, and I'm sorry, but shit happens. So you know.
I don't want to live to be 100. I see my grandma at 92, and she still lives in her own house and does everything for herself still, other than drive. We don't let her do that anymore. But I mean, she really has no quality of life. She just sits in her recliner all day.
My mom got dementia in her late 70s and passed away around 78, 79. My dad passed away when I was 17 years old, when he was 57, and I'm currently almost 58.
Chris, I want to live forever.
That's a Queen song. Who wants to
Yeah.
The
know?
older you get, you can
That
see
would be great if
you can see
we
the
didn't
growth. You don't
age.
want it to happen, so.
No. So no.
Your bones fall apart, your cartilage falls apart, everything, your eyes
Yeah,
fall
I'm
apart. You
about-
just
I'm
wait.
already
I know.
Just
I
wait.
know exactly. I know exactly where I want to be buried and everything. I want to be useful when I do pass. So I want to be buried outside my front door, face down with my butt in the air, because then they have somewhere to park their bike. I'll be useful, right?
Most useful thing you've done in your life, then that'll be Liam.
It will be. Yes, you're right.
Oh,
I bet that's going to be a
man.
tight,
Hold on, mate.
that's going to be a tight parking spot.
Liam, if that's your wish, we make it true.
That's fine.
Well, we can check it out, size them up now, make sure it fits those big knobbly wheels. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big knobbly wheel.
Let's test it.
Only race bike wheels. Sorry, only race bike wheels.
No, it's gonna be the big off-road tires. Gotta get those big white off-road tires. Come on.
No. A penny fort.
I don't know what that
Penny
is.
fort. You know, one of
Penny
those.
farthing?
Yeah,
He means a penny farthing.
Oh
He means
yeah,
a penny farthing.
the
Yeah.
big wheel and the little wheel in the back.
yeah, a penny farthing bike. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no
Big
clue
wheel
what that
parking.
is.
it's an old style bike where the front
Something
wheel
us
was a
old
big
timers
wheel,
know about. We used to go to
and it
school on
had-
them.
It's
and it had
the
pedals.
old bicycle with the big wheel in the
pedals
front.
axis, and in the back
Okay.
wheel was a really small wheel, so they call it a penny, and the big wheel being a big coin, like a penny farthing.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have.
Steampunk
And they were
style.
fun because they had no brakes
Yeah, well, you
or
didn't need them.
suspension.
They didn't need them because they had no suspension yet, but they didn't need brakes because the front axle was part of the wheel. So your pedals could not move. As soon as you start moving the pedals, the wheel turned. They were actually joined solid.
But if
to
you
each other.
started over racing your pedals, you're screwed.
Yeah, true.
Park your pogo stick there.
And your ability to stop was to put pressure on the up on the pedal coming up to slow you down.
Yeah, good luck with that on a fast downhill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it, I'm surprised you don't know what a penny farthing is.
Okay.
Bring it to the record.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know.
I can't pogo either, Chris.
Take care of him. We all
Never could. Give him some of that good medicine.
Oh, she just did. She just brought him to the water.
he'll be asleep in 10 minutes on stream. You see him going,
Or really loopy, and we can make fun of him.
Oh,
we'll watch him fade on screen. As he goes
Gary
to
does it all the time.
Remember,
Yeah, he
if
fell
they give
asleep
it in
on one of
one
my
cheek,
streams.
it's the other
We're all
cheek.
yelling at him on camera, and he was out, so I had to bump him out of the off
Yeah.
camera.
He
Yeah,
falls asleep on stream. He's done it before when he's on the meds.
Yeah.
He's on the meds.
Yeah,
that's right.
he's on the
Yeah, he
good
just brought,
stuff.
brought me in the real Dilaudid. So, and some stuff for nausea. So, material bills.
So-
Mm-mm-mm.
That's cool. The
Are you in your own room, or do you have a company, Mylan?
No, I'm in my own room.
Good, good. I hate being in rooms with other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
I don't know.
But they're-
I've done both. I don't mind if someone else like sharing a room because
I don't like being in a room with someone else, because then they always want to talk to me, and then they want to tell me what's going on, and it turns into their whole life story, and I'm not feeling good as it is anyway. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
just tell him talk to the wall.
Hi.
so we can
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
hey then
hey, little guy.
It's a mini
Ready?
tent.
Hello.
Say, look in there and say
Hi.
it.
thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
You want me to
Is he
open
getting any
it?
kickbacks, Tim? Is the
He's
question.
our,
Daddy-
he's our
Does
streaming
Daddy give you an
mascot.
allowance every week? Does Daddy give you money every week now?
Jerry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna take some
Or
What's
you're
my
gonna get in
stream?
trouble.
He's the snack bringer.
Snack bringer. I have to open it.
That's
Well,
part
everybody
of his
on
job
Maker Deck
description.
saw it, but I printed
Well, Chris, you said he said he didn't want to
the
talk.
leg thing,
Nice.
Nice.
and
That,
then I printed it in 200%.
What'd you put
Yeah,
aside?
I told you 200 was big enough. I did tell you.
I'm taking it to my granddaughter. I poured that resin for the Ursula model, and I had resin left over, so I not printed, but I poured her a bunch of gems.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She likes stuff like that, so, and things that go inside things. So yeah,
Cool.
Yeah,
Like
200%
those Russian
was
dolls,
a,
print one
is a
really
big egg.
and then
So
one
that came out
slightly
nice. Though.
smaller.
yeah,
Like,
and the threads are better on this one than the small
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
So Chris, you said about Mylan saying he didn't want to talk to anybody, but he's here.
I'll
We're
send you a
not
link,
anybody.
Chris. I'll send you a link for it. Hang on.
Yeah, we're not anybody, Chris. That's the thing. That's why he likes hanging out with us. Right, Mylan? Right?
Yeah.
See? We're not just anybody in here. We're
Yeah, it's not
nobody.
just
That's
anybody.
different.
It's on Thingiverse, Chris.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Actually, if you go to Thingiverse, I think it's like the first.
Yeah, I've
One,
got the
two,
link
or
here. I've got the
three.
link in there from Jamie. It's all right. I've got the link.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not just anybody. We're just one dysfunctional family.
Here you go, Mr. Chris Customs.
Mylan,
There
did
we go.
you-
Here's your link for you.
Did
You
you
think
see the
this is a
Ursula
safety
that I
issue?
finished?
No, I did not.
Oh well, let me show you. Hold on, I'll take my
use the
mic off.
camera, Liam.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm about to move him. 1 second. Who are we showing now? Lama?
Jamie.
Jamie.
Oh, Jamie's already there.
I have 4. I have just 4. so I can't screw it up.
Want to bet?
Now, Jamie,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
you had trouble
I can't.
posting a picture
Oh,
before of
Jamie,
that,
that
didn't
is
you?
nice.
For some reason.
Yeah, they were blurry, but that's because I didn't have my readers on when I took the picture.
That
No,
is,
but you said they
that is
wouldn't post.
awesome,
You
Jamie.
were trying to upload them somewhere and they wouldn't post. Was that? Because I
Yeah,
made the
I don't.
comment about maybe they checked the tentacles. It was the wrong side it was going to for a tentacle picture.
Yeah, that's beautiful, Jamie.
Subsector, he's been sick. He's
Yeah,
been having some
she came out good.
blackout spells,
Yeah, it did.
and he got
That,
hurt.
I gotta tell you,
Those splashes and that base with the resin came
I
out
made a
amazing.
comment
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah,
I made a comment on one of your
you take the.
videos.
And don't drop it. Don't drop it.
These are. I'm not gonna drop it. These are all UV resin that I made the splashes with.
And she dropped one.
Yep.
They're not glued
Then
yet.
this is a poured resin that goes underneath her.
Oh,
You
man,
need a
that's
hollow.
awesome.
You need a hollow base below that to put a small light in to light up the
Yeah.
whole bottom. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna drill a hole in the black base and put an LED so that it kind of. I've got some blue LEDs.
Just print a ring, a PLA ring below that to raise it, and then you got a space below that stand to put a light in.
Yeah.
You drill holes in
But
it.
Kieran, if she put the she drills a hole properly through and
Jamie.
embeds the LED light in there, it would actually make the edge of it glow.
Yeah. I've got some blue LEDs, so I think that'll look really good.
One of the pieces fell to your right, Jamie.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it. It just fell on my desk.
Okay.
Cool.
Didn't want it to be on the floor and you spin around, you hear a crunch.
I know. They're super easy to make, though.
Now, do you have an Etsy store or something like that, Jamie?
Oh, say that again.
He's asking, do you have an Etsy store?
I don't because I hear too many bad things about Etsy.
Or any store? I mean, are those models commissioned, or do you have a place where you sell them, or?
These are just like all of the, like the Athena and Black Widow and Scarlet Witch and all those. I just do those for me. But if people want a commission, then they can either buy the model and I'll print and paint it, or if I've already got the files, then if it's as long as it's a mega file, he doesn't care if I do commissions off of his files. But yeah, I'll paint for anybody.
Yeah, you can if you reach out to the creator and if you ask
What happened,
nicely,
Llama? Did you break the barbecue lighter?
Well, if they buy the files, it's not a big deal. They can buy the files and send them to me, and I can print.
Still work. It's just broken.
Holy smoke, that's a lot of orange, Llama.
a flexi
Groupie,
plane
man.
will pay for food. That's right, my friend. That's what it's done.
Butane will start squirting everywhere, and then he's gonna have a big old fire on his
No,
hands.
it's pretty much done, but I'm not going to use it anymore.
He says,
I have
right,
a
he's
real
in
one.
there
I just
playing
don't
with
like
it.
using it. It's too hot.
What type of printer is that, Llama?
These are the solder-filled shrink wrap, so you don't have to like solder the joint.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's got a heat solder in the middle and heat shrink on each end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some of those, but I don't use them very often.
Don't get too close.
I'd rather just solder the wire together and then heat shrink over them.
Hey, Llama. What type of printer is that?
To put the heat shrink on.
That's a Llama
Subsector,
special.
he's in the hospital because he fell.
So
I'm sorry, guys. I can't see anybody in the chat right now.
Subsector was asking why you were in the hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had another seizure. Hit the ground. Still out of bed.
I've got to pop off, guys. So nice
Kieran.
chatting, and I will abuse you later.
You
See you,
too,
Kieran.
Abuse
See
you
you
later,
later
man.
on Maker Deck.
Later, dude.
No worries.
Abuse you later.
Yep.
That's funny.
No worries, gentlemen and ladies. Or
There's
Jamie.
no gentleman here. You should know.
Lady.
Well, that's I'm being polite, but Jamie does raise the tone of the entire stream. I must admit, full credit to you,
Aw.
Jamie, putting up with
Yeah,
this.
it's actually going to come. It's going to probably come about 10 more 11s the moment you leave. So.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Cheers, guys.
Bye, Karen.
Oh, he's funny.
Llama. What type of printer is that?
That's a llama special, I think.
That's a llama special.
Yeah, it's so special it doesn't work.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, that is a hell of a lot of orange filament.
yes, it is. That's why it's called the pumpkin printer.
The pumpkin printer, okay.
He can't see the chat. Milan Subsector said, "Hope you get better soon and out of there."
Thank you very much, Subsector. Actually, I'll be coming home tonight. So they're arranging my transportation home right now. So
Who's taking care of your dog while you're gone?
my neighbor goes and checks on him and
Okay.
takes him out. He's the only one that can go in there, so that's the way it's set, just him. He won't let anybody else into the house.
That's good.
So, and he'll be taken care of. Cause I'll be in the hospital for 3 days when I have the neck surgery. So he'll be taking him then. But what I do is I set I have my echo show. I take one of my echo shows and put it in his room, so I can sit there and I'll just use my phone. Because the echo show has the thing where you can drop in. I just use my phone while I'm in the hospital and I drop in on him, and he just comes to the echo show and starts whining and hawing and yelping and everything else. Dad says hi to him, lets him know I ain't forgot him, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
check on him, but yeah, big spoiled Brock is what he is. So tries to eat everybody pretty much now. So that's the way I like it.
Yeah, he'll be out and moving around in no time.
Yeah,
He's as tough as old boots.
yeah,
Old military boots. That's what it is. You see.
yeah.
Tough old bird. That's what we
I
always
try to
say.
be anyway.
A tough old bird.
Yeah. No, we jokingly say in Ireland, you're as tough as old boots, and you look like one too.
I feel like one too. Hell. Minus the toe jam.
We don't take prisoners. You should know that by now. We don't take prisoners.
No, we don't. Yeah, like I said, I look like an old boot. I feel like an old boot, just minus the toe jam.
I guess that'd be homemade jam.
Yep.
Oh
That's
God.
the homemade jam, Jamie.
Mark already outside, guys.
That's one of Tim's favorite words, a boot.
A boot.
A boot.
Yeah,
That's a boot, right?
yeah.
I did not know.
Now and again,
I
that
think-
sneaks in your accent. Not very often, though.
See, I did not know this, and I was watching the movie. Not sure. Matt, you can probably tell me. I'm not sure if it's in England or if the UK or if that's all the same, whatever else. But when they were talking about the boot, they were like, "Put him in the boot."
The trunk.
That's
the
the
trunk.
trunk of the car, yeah.
The trunk.
Yeah,
I was like, "Who calls the trunk the boot?"
we do in Ireland and in England.
And all those
Scotland and
countries were
Wales.
around before the U.S., so technically everybody else is right, and Trump
Yeah.
must be wrong because we're the youngest country.
Yeah, I guess so. Our language is like slang to them.
Yeah.
So
Actually, yes, and you still haven't learned how to spell yet, guys.
England
You all-
wants the 13
one of you
original
spelled colour
states back.
incorrectly. Every one of you spelled color incorrectly.
COLOUR.
Oh, you are.
O-U-R. That's how you spell color, not O-R.
huh, okay.
Yeah, well, English is C-O-L-O-U-R.
I can see that.
Yeah. See, Guy Cracker's Canadian. He knows how to spell color correctly.
In America, you got aluminum, and in space movies, you got aluminium.
Yeah.
Aluminum is one of the stages in the process of creating aluminium from bauxite.
It's aluminum.
Okay. Yeah, because I do hear like Angus and a few other people say aluminium, and I'm like,
Yeah.
isn't aluminium aluminum?
Yes.
So
Actually, and if you read it on the periodic table of elements, it's aluminium.
Yeah.
okay.
Must just be another guy who can't say it right.
And then in Australia, they say the instead of the. That's why Kieran spells it different than we do.
You say which? What'd you say, Jerry?
That's why in Australia, I don't know where else in the world, they say the instead of the, and that's why Kieran spells it different. Because I always correct his spelling on the. He goes TEH, not THE, because that's how they spell it.
Well, the is Old English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
TEH.
now and those.
Yeah, a lot of times in chat, somebody will say TEH instead of the, like we spell it, THE.
Okay.
Well, it's either that or we're just dyslexic.
I see those things. I figured somebody was just having a couple of sips or something, but I didn't know. I didn't actually know. So
You're a young country. Don't worry. You'll learn how to spell correctly.
yeah,
TEH chat is always right.
yeah. Well, I'll just go on being wrong.
I spell it that way when my fingers are faster than my brain. So apparently I'm just going proper.
No, I only spell it that way. Like when I used to drink, I used to spell it that way when I was drunk because I wouldn't be able to see the keyboard when I was typing. Oh, that's why Kieran does it. He's drunk all the time. That's why he's always
That's
sitting
what I
down.
figured. So, well, you know what I say? You know what I say, Liam? Well, I always say I might not be right, but I'm not wrong either. That's the way I gotta look at it.
So, Kycracker, you want to come join it? Jump in and join us. It's open to anybody, by the way. Anybody who wants to come join us, you are all
One day,
welcome.
3 hours. Should have been one day, 7 hours. So somewhere I lost 4 hours on a print. I'm not gonna be upset about it.
So, Jamie, what is your next big what's your next big trick job, Jamie?
I'm printing the Moon Knight. I'm gonna do that bust.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll probably paint it on a stream. So, and then I'll just swap that over.
You can do it on Maker Deck. You like to see that stuff.
Yeah, I'll do it on Maker Deck, but I'll also stream it on my channel. I'm trying to. I've got to get 5 people chatting at the same time.
Now I've seen pictures of Moon Knight, and they're pretty much all white, wrapped in bandages. So what are you gonna do? Paint them all white and use like a black wash or a brown wash?
He's kind of grayish, so
Kind of grayish?
yeah.
Okay,
I'll go with a real light gray and then do a black wash and then probably a white dry brush or like a bone white dry brush. It's a pretty cool model.
Yeah, I haven't seen the model. I saw it. So I was like, yeah, if I printed that, that's what I would do. You know, I printed white. I didn't really like to see it was gray, but do like either like a I would figure more like a brown wash, maybe to simulate closer to dirt instead of the black. So that's what I was thinking. That's what I was asking because you do all the paint stuff for.
Yeah, I tend to do my models more like as if they were.
But can I find anything I need?
In actual use, you know, like I dirty up boots and that kind of stuff. I don't make them like stark, pristine, like you would take it out of a box.
Yeah, exactly.
I try to make them as realistic as I can. This model was made actually April of it. It's from the Wicked Patreon, and it's actually from April of last year. So before the Moon Knight series even came out. So there's a lot of things that are different from the series, but it's kind of like a cross between the series and the comics. So it's a pretty cool model.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you're not already following Homemade Jam, please do so. Because
yes, please do so.
Really cool printing and mostly resin, but some FDM, and she does a lot of painting, and she's really good at it. So
thank you.
Please go check out her channel, and when you see her go live, jump in because she needs a couple of people on there chatting to get to affiliate on Twitch.
Now, Jamie, when do you normally go live, and is it on YouTube or is it on Twitch?
I do both. I started out on YouTube, and I'm still trying to get to 1,000 on YouTube. So, Kite Crafter, if you would go subscribe on YouTube too, that would be fantastic. But I don't have a schedule because I'm like you. There's some days that I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to put out a schedule and then not show up for that stream. It doesn't look good. So I'd rather just not have a schedule and be like, oh, hey, I'm streaming.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was talking with that about a friend of mine. Like when I start my channel, which will be I'm gonna start it, but it'll be in the next brace. But it's gonna be I can't give an exact date when there's always gonna be a video coming out because I don't know how my health is gonna be doing.
Right.
Whatever else, it might be one video a week, might be one video every 2 weeks. In 1 week there might be 2 or 3 videos.
Yeah.
So.
Guys,
I've been 2 months uploading a video to YouTube because they tried to do that spinal cord stimulator on me and that didn't work and they nicked nerves. So there's just been a whole lot of pain and there's a lot of times when I can't sit in this chair more than 15 minutes.
Tim, is that the accelerometer?
Yeah.
Oh, you're wiring it up for Clipper, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. And yeah, Kite Crafter, Jamie does do resin printing on MakerDeck. She also does some painting while live on MakerDeck.
I don't do much resin because resin is slow. It's like this. So
resin is faster than FDM though overall.
Oh yeah, for sure. I can do something this tall in 10 hours.
Yeah,
which would take 3 days on an FDM.
Yeah, you won't see it happening. You don't see nothing moving.
Yeah.
It's just for like a MakerDeck stream, really not. I mean, it's not enjoyable to watch like FDM is. So that's usually what I do. Unless I have something to paint, then I would rather be painting.
That was the Ursula FDM?
The base is FDM. She's all resin.
Okay.
All my models I do in resin. It just looks better. I don't like sanding and priming and sanding and priming.
Kite Crafter, you do for the first part of it while the bed is actually inside the resin, because for the first maybe 100 layers, it's only moving so little inside the resin to allow some to flow in, and it comes down. This is all it's doing, and you don't see it until a while later when it comes above the vat level, and then you start seeing the part build. But
I need to get going, guys. I got a grilled cheese here I want to eat, and then there's something else I got to do here in a little bit.
All right,
you too, Gary.
Have a great night. See you soon.
Gary, if you want to talk cameras, hit me up later and we'll talk.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Kite Crafter, if you want to see how the resin works, I've got a few time-lapse videos on my YouTube channel. They're like 2 minutes long. So, yeah. Then you can see how it works in fast motion.
Yeah.
Those usually take anywhere from 6 to 7 hours for that 2 minute time lapse.
All right, I'm going now to see you guys.
All right, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
There's a giveaway going on somewhere. That's why Matt's going.
There's a giveaway about to happen.
A loyal giveaway?
Yeah, definitely. I can get you something.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, which accelerometer are you using, Tim?
ADXL 345.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
is that for the Voron Zero you just put together?
Yeah. So it's to measure the resonance of the print head moving in X and Y, but because Clipper can run some jobs to measure that resonance, and then gives you a recommended, what is it called, input shaping?
Input shaping, yeah.
Yeah, so it actually gives you the resonance of the head to optimize for input shaping for your printer. So when you use those input shaping settings, it actually prints better, so at higher speed.
You guys
what type of resin printer?
You're going?
Jamie, what type of resin printer do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
I have a Uniformation GK1, a Creality Hallett Light, a Creality Hallett 1,
Oh, nice.
Mono X and a Mono X 6K in here, and then my husband has the Mono SE, the Mono, the Frozen Sonic Mini.
So they have a few.
I have
Yeah,
a
you
few.
got a few.
I
Yeah,
have
well,
a
I
few.
want to. I want
The
to. I want
GK1
to
is a
go
good
ahead and
printer.
venture.
Is that
That's good. Yes.
okay?
I want to go ahead and venture into resin printing, but I gotta find a way to make the space. 'Cause I'm still in my apartment right now. I won't be in my house until after the lawsuit, and I don't have a lot of room. So you figure I have a huge walk-in closet, and I've got two of the four Ender 3s in there, and I've got an Ender 3 Max in there. I can put the other two Ender 3s in there and another Ender 3 Max in there, but I'm not printing that much right now, so there's no need to put the other two Ender 3 Max together. There's no need to buy another E3 Max.
Here's a
Yeah.
solution. Here's a solution. You need a bigger place.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Ralph, you're hilarious.
I'll get after the next surgery and after the lawsuit. I'm going to give me and Brody a house. Then it won't be that big of a deal because if I want a house with a 2-car garage, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to have that whole entire garage converted into my makerspace.
Yeah.
That
Well,
one big ass garage made into my makerspace because I don't drive. I mean, I'm getting the VA's helping me get a van. They can just be parked outside. I don't care.
yeah.
So
Well, if you're going to venture into resin, of all of these printers that I have,
The GK1.
the Uniformation GK1, it's a 10.1 inch printer, so it is huge, but it's leveled from the factory. You don't touch it. And this thing will print. I can throw 4 different kinds of resins in there and it's going to print because it's just amazing. And then second would be the Creality Halide Light. It's almost the same.
how much does that first one run?
7
That's almost
something,
$800.
but there's $100 off coupon, and I have an affiliate link.
Yeah, it's a
So
nice. I have the GK1. It's a lovely
I
machine.
still have to buy it. I still have to buy the watch and cure station.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
so well, I can build a curing box.
But
With
it's
a UV light.
easier. It's easier just to get a wash and cure because it takes up one space, and you can wash with your alcohol, and then take that little thing out and cure it right in that same. Well, mine is right there.
Okay.
But here's what I recommend. I think an ultrasonic cleaner is a better job for cleaning the resin.
See, I watched a couple of videos on that there too. See, but my thing is, there's so many different components that you gotta have the space for all the resin stuff.
And you have to be very
take up
careful with
space.
resin as well. There's a lot of precautions you have to do with it. You have to wear gloves and. make
Yeah,
sure-
that's no big deal on that stuff right there.
I
And
know. I'm just saying.
I know I've already designed a ventilation system for it, depending on which one I get. So, to pump the stuff right out of the window. So, and the dog won't be around it. So I'm not worried about that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's mainly a space thing right now, is what I'm looking at. Plus, it's definitely
Well, I
going
have.
to save us the money to get. But I was thinking about spending like maybe $300 on a resin printer first, just to get started.
Yeah.
You can get cheap. You can get a small resin printer. If you're only going to be doing small components, nothing big. There's no point in getting a big, like the GK1 is a big resin printer. It's a really big resin printer, right?
Yeah.
And if you're doing only small little miniatures, there's no point in getting a big resin printer because you're going to be dumping in so much resin in there just to cover the FEP, right? So
yeah, it's a full bottle.
And a small 2K is be perfect.
If I can, a small printer, it's not a 4K printer, but the Anycubic Photon Mono SE will print just like this other one. You can throw anything at it and it'll print.
Now, what's a good inexpensive resin printer for doing like the miniatures, like Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer and stuff like that?
That Mono SE is a small printer. I think it's a 5-inch. I think it's a 5-inch build plate, 5.1 or something.
I'm looking for one that will produce good miniatures like for Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer, and stuff like that. Inexpensive,
Yeah.
but can produce good miniatures.
The Anycubic will do it. The Corelli LD002R or 2H will do it.
Okay.
Any of those smaller printers, they won't. Tronxy has a small, but like the Tronxy one, maybe not. But the Creality resin, the Prusa has a resin, but I think they're on a bit on the expensive side. The Anycubic resin, the smaller resins would be great. The 2K, you don't need a 4K. You need a small 2K to be perfect. The difference between a 2K and a 4K, unless you're doing really detailed models, it's not much, right? If you're doing big
No,
models,
it's
you'll
not.
really see it. In a big model, you'll see it. In a small model, you won't notice it.
And there's not like my Creality is a 4K, the GK1 is a 5K, and this this new thing that I'm troubling with, Mono X, is a 6K. What I have gotten it to print doesn't look any better than what's on my Creality Hallet 4K.
Yeah.
So there's only so much that they can do with pixels.
So,
And-
yeah, but it's all about the scale of it, though. See, if you're doing something this size, it won't matter. If you're doing
Right.
something this size, a 4K would make it a little bit better because it's bigger, right? But
Yeah.
an 8K going like on an 8K, you need to be printing something about this size on an 8K, and there's no 8K unless you buy an industrial machine for $40,000. That's
God,
that big at 8 or 12K.
Yeah,
They
these
make
people that are
it-
putting out 8K printers, and the D&D people
Oh,
that are
to do
buying
more
them,
than a hatch?
you're
Cool.
just wasting money.
Yeah.
It's-
Did you see Kycrafter that the what's his name? The guy that was done the private trip to the first one with the Inspiration 4. What's his name? Jared. I can't remember his last name. But he's actually already has planned 2 more trips on SpaceX. He's already purchased 2 more trips. One of
Wow.
them. Yeah, one of them is going to be to go out further again in an orbit, and the second one is a trip on Starship when it's built. He's
Jeez.
already planning 2 more trips to space.
What's that? At 55 million apiece?
It's about
Crazy.
90. It's about 90 million per launch.
I can't even imagine. I can't even fathom having that kind of money.
Well,
No.
he made a fortune by he found a way of making credit card payments be good to go through the process and come back certified to come back approved really fast. That every single restaurant and everything and every store and everything in the world. So because he's done that. Every time somebody uses the technology that he worked on that he created in the process, he gets money out of it. It's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah,
like
that must
if you
be nice.
invest.
He's
It's
that
like you
3%
invented
that they have to pay.
Yeah. Do you know what an egglet is? Do you know what an egglet is?
A what?
No.
An egglet. At
No.
the end,
Is that a little bitty egg?
No, there's a guy who's made an absolute fortune, and his family has made a fortune out of this, right? An egglet is a little piece at the end of a shoelace that actually stops it from unraveling.
Oh,
Oh,
And the guy who invented that died a millionaire, and it was way back. So he's died a millionaire, all because he invented a way to put an egglet on the end of a shoe, on a shoelace to stop it from fraying, and to make them easier to lace your shoes. So you just do it once, and if you own the rights to it, every time it's used, someone owes you money.
yeah.
So if you get if you find the right thing, and it's something that everybody wants, now you have income from everybody on the planet who's going to ever use it, or whoever's going to buy one.
okay.
It's just using the noggin to figure it out.
Yep.
It's about finding the niche, yeah. And he found his niche. Like he didn't even qualify. He didn't even finish high school. He dropped. He got his GEDs and skipped. Never went to college.
Damn.
I
But
remember back, well, it had to be like 90 or 91. My ex-husband and I were at the mall, and I had just had my son in 1990, so he was still carrying age. My ex-husband said, somebody ought to put in where you can rent strollers, and then like
Yeah.
I don't know, however many years later, you can rent strollers at the mall,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's like, why didn't we do it?
Yeah.
exactly.
So you
Don't
come up
you
with
hate
these
that?
ideas, but and you think about it, say, maybe it's not a great idea. And
Yeah,
somebody else comes up with the same idea later on and implements it.
yeah,
You know?
Or a lot of times a lot of times you just might have too much on your plate at that time,
yeah.
and you
Yeah,
want to
there's
get
various
into it
things
later.
happening.
You want to get to it later, but then somebody beats you to it. You know,
Yeah. But
I've
one thing,
had several really good ideas, and it just okay, let me get all this stuff taken care of first, and then turn around and someone else is doing it.
what? Yeah, let me check out something, guys. Let me bring up this on my phone. I want to see. I don't want to miss it, and I don't want to bring up my screen because my machine is a piece of crap, and I'm waiting on a better machine. So let me see if I have it here. I'll be buying my new computer next month.
Nice.
So I still want to
I'm
get
gonna
a.
get yeah, I'm gonna get one so I can do proper cabinet because this thing is has outlived its usefulness many times over.
Yeah, I want that big printer, Liam. I
No,
really
you're not
do.
getting it.
Why not?
Not happening. It's mine because I need to build
already-
I'm going to build a life size R2D2.
You already got one, Liam.
You can build a life-size R2D2 with an Ender 3 and Luban.
I can, and with about 5,000 pieces.
Yeah, you have
So
I,
a
could-
you
I,
have it
I could
open.
do it on this Voron Zero.
Yeah, well, you can do it in the 4 and 0 with about 50,000 pieces.
50,000 pieces.
So they haven't opened the door yet, Space Station. For the crew, they're getting ready to open it. I have it here on my phone. They're getting
I'm
ready.
going to print something life-size. I just haven't decided what I want to do yet.
Yeah, they haven't opened the door yet, but they're getting ready to.
So who's coming aboard?
There's 4 new crew joining today, and there's going to be and some in a couple of weeks, some of the guys who are already there will actually return back to. Some of the Russian guys who are there will return back to Russia,
Oh,
and then another crew from Russia will come up, and they take turns over and back like that. So and there's in this crew there's two guys and 2 girls and 2 ladies going up there. Right now, I think there's one Russian girl astronaut, and I think there's 3 guys there at the moment. It can take a
Yeah.
crew of up to 10 or 12 because these guys, like the guys who are on the Crew Dragon, they can sleep in the Crew Dragon because it's that comfortable on board. Like in comparison to the Soyuz, the Soyuz is like being in a sardine can, whereas the
Yeah.
Crew Dragon is like the easiest way to do it, and to compare them, the Soyuz is a Mini, and the Crew Dragon is a Lamborghini. That's how vastly different they are in design, and in space, and in comfort, and everything. Like even the chairs the astronauts sit in are
Yeah.
molded around them, so they actually have
Yeah.
to get in their suits, sit into this, and they mold the chair to match their body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, anybody here use Tempur-Pedic mattresses?
No. Tried them,
No?
didn't like them.
You
Not
know
the
they were
brand.
you know the memory foam was invented by NASA
Yes.
Yeah.
for the Apollo
And
mission.
speaking of rockets, Liam, I'm kind of stalled on my Falcon 9 series
Right.
because the lettering on the rocket, you can't put like what I want the watermark,
The
not the watermark,
transfers.
but
Yeah, you'll have to paint them because
that's my
on the rocket
problem.
you're
My
using.
hands get unsteady at sometimes.
I know, but you have the Fab 360 one that I'm about to print, and
Yeah.
in your design, the lettering is actually built into it and it's raised, so
Yeah.
you actually have to paint them. The
Yeah, you got to
transfer
paint
won't
them.
be as good.
Did you get the Fab 360 kind?
I did, yeah. So I'm going to start printing that.
If the
Oh,
lettering is raised,
you told me, Liam. You just told me. I've got you. Or you saw my picture. I have all the files to do all of them. I could.
I know, but the thing is, you can't share them. So
Oh, okay.
you bought them for your use. So that's different. That's why it's different. So you cannot
Okay.
share the files unless you have permission of the creator
From
to
the
share them
creator.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I understand. I
Now,
haven't shared anything with anybody. So
if the lettering is raised and your hands are shaky,
I'm
the
watching.
easiest way to do that is get you a paint pen,
Yeah.
one of those paint markers,
uh
and do the letters like that with just like you're writing them, and that way you're not
Okay.
having to hold a paintbrush.
Or
Okay.
These
or a piece of felt with paint on it, and actually just touch it off the paint.
these letters,
Let me see.
Yeah.
Over.
these letters on her. This is all done with a Deco Art paint
Paint
pen.
pen.
I don't
With a
think I have
paint
it in
pen.
here. I think
All
my
right.
husband took
Okay.
it. But yeah, they're raised
So that's
letters,
my
so
holdup right there.
it's easier.
Is getting those letters. Everything else is printed, stuff like that. Painting everything else is nice and precise, stuff like that. But what's the point in getting it all nice and precise if the letters look like crap?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can use. So what type of an acrylic paint pen set?
They're no, they're lacquer because they stink.
Okay.
It's one of those they're markers, and you have to like push it like this to get the paint to flow down into it.
Okay, like with
Like you
Molotov.
Sebastian.
Like with Molotov.
Yeah,
I have
like
the
a Molotov pen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
but
the set of
there's
312
cheaper
markers.
ones than that. You don't have to use that, but um,
Sorry,
like
I'm
the
waiting
Deco
for
Art
them
pens,
to,
I think are like $4.
I'm waiting for them to open the doors. The guys are already in. They're doing their final checks. Actually, the door it's not. It might be almost open. Is it open? It might
Sebastian,
actually be
you
open,
got to
but
just be
they
very
haven't just left
easy
it
with
yet.
it.
Jamie, what's a good brand to get that you would recommend on some pens like that?
Deco Art.
Decor.
Well, what color are you wanting to do?
It's a blue. It's SpaceX blue with a silver.
Chris, there's no upside down.
I can't
If you
remember
look
the
at,
brand of them. Hang on, let me look it up.
but if you look up, get a picture. If you look at a picture of the Falcon 9 rockets, Jamie.
On what?
Find a picture of the Falcon 9 rockets by SpaceX,
Uh-huh.
and you'll see the blue color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Chris, there is no upside down in space.
No upside down space.
There's no upside down. There's no way up or down because what's actually happening is they're always falling. The space station is falling and they're falling. So they actually sleep on the walls and on the floor, what we call a ceiling and the walls and on the floors. There's no up or down.
Yeah.
It is weird to see when you're not used to it. But yeah, is that a fossil over by the door? Maybe.
Hey Jamie, can I find those Art Deco paint markers on Amazon?
Yes, you sure can.
Okay.
Deco Art.
He's my hero.
DECOART.
Deco Art paint pen. Let me
Yeah.
get my phone real quick.
Testers also has paint markers. But
I'll put those on my list right now, as a matter of fact.
the brand I'm trying to find the
Deco Art paint
Yeah.
pen, Amazon.
and then there's Deco Color. And they have tons of colors.
Oh, we're still waiting for this to happen. But yeah, the guy upside down is kind of cool to watch, and the other guy lying on his side, kind of sideways. It's kind of cool to watch. If you watch these guys, they're in all different directions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it, Liam.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All these, look at these paint sets on here on Amazon, Jamie, for Deco Art. And they're all just like 6 pins. Oh, hold on.
You can't find singles on there?
You said don't get the acrylic kind, right?
You can use acrylic. You just want a paint marker,
Yeah.
not just like you're not buying just like regular markers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of cool to watch. Let me see if I can stream it.
I set
There.
here. It's
Let me
only
see if I can get on my main
$50.
screen. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna see if I can bring it over here and share my screen.
I wonder what it's like to sleep in zero gravity.
They say
Oh,
they
God,
say
I bet-
it's actually very, very relaxing.
I
Actually.
bet my back
I
would
bet
love
it'd
it.
be, I bet it'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Well, on your back would actually be a good thing because it would actually stretch. Your spine would actually extend.
Right.
The hat
I hope not those fused parts though.
it's not opening right now. I see no movement out there. Here, let me share screen and we can all watch it here. Let's do this. Okay, they're ready for hatch opening now. They're going to start it. All right, they're getting ready to open up.
Take that one right there. Put it in. Yeah. That one will work.
So
right
the
there.
guys were probably getting out of their suits and so on after they dock. That takes a bit of time, and what they have to do is they have to get their suits when they get out of their suits, their flight suits. They have to plug them in, put them in their seat and plug them in, because the system actually dries them out because you perspire in it. So the system actually runs through a process and actually dries them out, air dries them, and sanitizes them while they're in the seat with nobody in them.
Yeah, see, I found a metallic set, Jamie, and that would be better for the Falcon Man rocket to be metallic.
Yeah, probably.
It's only $16 on Amazon, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that one.
Did I pause? I did. Damn. There we go.
Yeah, that'll be a good set for you.
Okay, where's the at?
Normally, when I'm watching this stuff, I have a TV in my bed in my office next door, and all I ever watch there is I put on NASA TV or I put on SpaceX launches and all this kind of stuff on that TV.
He just floats on by.
Yeah.
They really
you
need to
understand
set.
what they're doing. You understand that they're falling, right?
Well, what they really need to do is send me up there to study the effects of space on a fat man. See if you lose weight quicker by exercising in space with less resistance.
Actually,
Yeah.
you lose muscle is what happens.
Hey, well then I could no. Fat doesn't turn to muscle.
Well, because you're not you have to work out for about 2 hours a day. They have to do workouts like resistive training, because if they don't do that, they will actually their bones will
lose
degrade
muscle,
and they'll lose muscle.
So you're forced to work out in space. That's awesome.
Yeah, 2 hours a day you have to do workouts.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they have one workout area and they actually take turns. They can do up to two at a time. There's one of them. There's an area where they have like a bike on a wall where you sit on something and you strap yourself on, and then there's pedals below you. You put your feet into like a racing bicycle, and then it's resistive. Is the way it works. That's how you pedal. And then they have a machine, which actually came out of a system called the Exergenie, initially designed as the Exergenie.
Oh, okay.
But the new, it's like the Bowflex.
Yeah.
Bowflex technology is based on the exercise equipment that they use on the space station because they had to design it for astronauts. So the first version that was created was by, I can't remember the company's name. It's called the Exergenie, and it was created for NASA. And then later on, when they did the other missions and in the space station, Bowflex used that similar technology in their design. But that's all of that came out of them.
Yeah, I'll be back.
All right, Jimmy. We're just waiting for the hatch to open so we get to see this. Get to see the new crew come on board. So
I'll tell
they
you, if
only
I
use
was on
one
that
camera.
space station, I'd spend all my time staring out the window.
Oh, I spend all my time with my head in the cupola, yeah, watching the views.
I literally, that's all I do is I just sit in there and stare out that big window.
Yeah. Yeah, the view from the cupola is quite
And we
fantastic.
do have a go for hatch open.
Okay, they gotta
But
go.
we are waiting on the crew inside Dragon to finish some preparations and open the hatch. After the hatch is open, it probably will take another few minutes for the crew to ingress the space station and be welcomed to their new home for the next 6 months as a part of the Expedition
I
67.
don't know if I could deal with 6 months up there though.
I'd do it.
A long time trapped in that little bitty space.
As they ingress, before ingressing the International Space Station.
The guys have to get their suits packed away. They have to pack away anything that's loose inside the
They
cabin.
are looking to install IMV ducting, mixing the air of the space station environment with the air inside the Crew Dragon Freedom. They'll seal some of the IO or lithium hydroxide cartridges that scrub carbon dioxide inside the Dragon capsule on the ride to the International Space Station. They'll check some vent valves as well, so they need just a little bit more time until we welcome them on board.
Yeah, they're doing it. They have some. It'll probably be another 15 minutes before they're ready. I guess.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, they're getting their suits set up to see that they get them dried. They have to plug them in. They're in. Well, that's the view from inside the Crew Dragon.
Who's doing all that yawning?
The stream is behind. Really? Oh, there they are. They're the first guys in. There they are. There is a lag. That's interesting.
Okay, let's go.
And they are welcoming the Crew 4 astronauts on board.
There they come.
You see all smiles around.
Yep.
Jessica Watkins, Bob Hines, Samantha Christopher Reddy have ingressed and are hugging all their current Crew 3 crew members. And last one in, we see Commander of Dragon, Chell Lindgren, now entering into the International Space Station.
So she's French. The others are American, I believe.
Zero gravity hugs all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Liam, did they go up on a Crew Dragon or did they go up on a Soyuz?
Oh, that's Crew Dragon.
Okay.
Soyuz can only take 3 people. And they're like sardines inside it.
They're waving to y'all.
Y'all.
That's a Canadian thing, sorry.
Yeah.
You're currently looking at all 8 crew members of Crew 3 and 4 together inside the Harmony module.
That's kind of cool.
The new crew aboard.
Hell yeah, it's cool.
I would love.
Will do what's called a direct handover for the next 5 days. There'll be 2 Dragons docked to the International Space Station.
Yeah.
Crew 3 currently set to undock in just about 5 days from now.
Yeah, Crew 3 is going to go back in this. It's going back in a Dragon. Yeah, it's actually next
Station Houston on Space to Ground 3. No
Tuesday,
response
I think.
required. Just letting you know, PWD is going to be down 10 to 15 minutes.
There we go. Later, guys. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
They're going to get a signal drop, is what they're saying.
And Chell, I'll owe you a beverage when you come back home.
So it's kind of cool. Yeah, if I got the chance, would I go? Yeah, in a heartbeat.
Houston Station IMV duct installation is complete. Go for IMV fan activation. Houston copies.
That looks like so much fun.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
I don't know if I can get any work done up there, man. I'd be farting around, flying around, and stuff like that.
they run on a very, very tight schedule. They run a very, very, very tight schedule. They everything they do they have a procedure, and they go step by step through that procedure, and they're working with
Yeah.
someone on the land, on the ground, and they're talking about proceed to step 4, step 4.2, step 4.5, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like everything is that's why they're like a lot of them are, or most of them are military, because they can follow through. Following that type of process is easy for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do like it's unreal the amount of and they work. They wake up at Russian time. Moscow time is the time they wake up, and not US. So by the time they're online with the US, most of their day is already done. Half the day is done already. But even and in Houston, where mission control is for them, for ISS operations, um, no, I'm not. But they uh, their day to day normal tasks, like every week, every Saturday, it's cleaning day. They all get together, they all band together, and they all go around and they clean the spacecraft. The whole thing, everything is cleaned.
Short straw does the toilets.
Um, well, yeah, well, you know what the bathroom there is basically a vacuum tube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks it out into space.
Depend. No, actually, no, it doesn't.
No.
A lot of it actually gets put into like urine is reprocessed and cleaned and reused, so they get drinking water. Um, Perspiration and washing pot, whatever you use to wash yourself, is recycled to make clean, and you get drinking water out of it. Solid waste
Wow, what
is
an
actually
incredible
is
morning.
often packed.
It is so great to see Crew 4 astronauts finally on board the International Space Station after about a 15-hour flight. The crew is now aboard and ready to continue their 6-month rotational mission aboard the International Space Station. They were welcomed by the current space station crew members of Crew 3. A
So
full complement, now up to 11 human beings as a part of the Expedition 67 crew.
yeah, so each Crew Dragon carries 4 people. They can do up to
Okay.
7, but they only do
24
4.
hours, and
Yeah, but it can't hold up to 7, right?
They can,
now
it can,
aboard the
yeah.
International Space Station.
Let me mute this for a second. So each Crew Dragon is seated for 4, but it can take up to 7 if they add the extra seats. But they use a lot of the
Okay.
other inside space for storage, for cargo that can't be exposed to space. Any cargo that can be exposed to space is put in the trunk part of the Crew Dragon, and they can
Yeah.
go grab that later on and take it out and move it. Um, but anything that can't be is actually stored in the cabin if they can. And so there's 2 Crew Dragons and a Soyuz there right now, and the 2 Crew Dragons, Crew 3, which is 4 people, will be returning next week. So so the other 3 that are on board are actually, so there's one French lady, one French astronaut, 3 Americans, and then the other 3 that came up in the Soyuz are Russian.
So am I the only one who like kind of really secretly wants to see one of them fall down and their chest break open and this little thing pop out and go and scurry off into the
Yes.
alien?
Hey guys, I gotta
Yes,
move
you are.
the camera. Hey
But
guys,
what's cool to watch though?
I need to move the camera
if I
for a
got the
minute.
option, I would be there in a heartbeat. I'd love to go to space. I would love it. I would. If I had the opportunity, I would take it.
Well, I've done
I
the
know my
next
baby
best
from
thing and
space.
been under in the ocean, floating in the water. It's kind of cool, but it's
Oh, the
nothing like
splashdown. Well, the Crew Dragon splashes down on like off the coast. The Soyuz lands on land, so they don't splash in the ocean at all. And what they do is, just as they're about to hit the ground,
yeah.
coming down with parachutes, the spacecraft fires its engines just for landing to slow it down the last few seconds, and then inflates a pad, and it lands on the inflated pad around it.
Yeah.
It's built into the spacecraft, so it inflates an area like you would at the ocean float all the way around, and it lands on that. But it fires the engines to kill the last momentum, and then fires that so it doesn't. Because if
Right.
it goes faster, it would explode.
Cool.
because they hit the ground before they hit the ground. They're moving at about 12 miles an hour, but that's enough for something that heavy to cause damage, you know. But it's cool. Yeah, I would. Would anybody else here would like to go? Would you go, Tim?
I'd go to space if the opportunity were to arise and I didn't have to put out $55 million.
Yeah,
but definitely. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know. One of the remember the one that went up with Inspiration. Her name was Cyan, the African American lady.
Right.
She's actually she's a PhD, right? She's a doctor, but she's also a solar system ambassador, like I am.
Oh, cool.
She does science outreach as well for NASA.
Very cool.
So she when she went to space, she actually brought SSA badges, our SSA logo, in patches with her.
Cool.
So they've been to space and back as an SSA. It's kind of cool.
Well, I don't think it'll ever be in my lifetime, but I do see in the future, just public space travel. It's
starting, right? It is expensive, but it's starting, and the more it's done, the cheaper it's going to get because of reusability.
Absolutely. Sure, it is.
Yeah, like it'll eventually get to the point where you could like Musk's view is for the price of a house, he can get you to Mars, and most people can afford a house, right?
Yeah,
not everybody, but most people can. So
yeah, well,
it's in the realm of possibilities. That means trips to the moon will cost less. And therefore, it's going to, because it's a shorter trip, it's only 3 days, not a 6-month trip.
They'll be looking for volunteers to colonize Mars too. I mean,
well, yeah, they will be. And what Musk is planning to do is the starships. He's planning to build a lot of them and send them out there in advance. And when some land, the first groups of them will land, they can become accommodation until dwellings or whatever type of dwellings are created, right? And they're already starting. NASA is already starting to send in the next couple of years probes to Mars and to the moon to investigate caves to see if they're possible. Because under the ground is safest, away from solar radiation and away from meteor impacts. Because we have an atmosphere that protects us, and the moon and Mars does not.
Right.
Well, the Mars has a little bit, but not enough. So they protect from micro meteorite impact. So if you can find a place like a cave or an underground place, we can actually put up dwellings inside there. Now you're protected from radiation and from micrometeorites. Now you can actually live there freely, unless we build the domes that are able to withstand that impact. But it's easier to go underground than build something above surface that can withstand it.
Yeah.
So that is the plan, and that's his plan. But he's planning to send, like, he'll launch one, and a month later he'll launch another, and they're all going to go to the same place, and he'll be delivering goods and machinery and equipment or whatever. And they when they're emptied out, they can be used as living quarters. That's his long-term goal, anyway.
It's pretty cool. It's exciting. It's exciting what our future holds.
I think, like 50 years or no, over 50 years ago, we went to the moon.
Yeah.
Right? Now, and we haven't gone back in 50 years. So it is way beyond time that we started going back and doing stuff. So the Gateway mission, the NASA Gateway mission, is actually going to put a small space station in orbit of the moon. And that way then we can actually do trips over and back to the moon easier. And the crew can actually dock with that small station with the bigger ships. And then they can use landers up and down to the surface.
Right.
And then after that, the next stage would be to go onto Mars and use the moon as a stopping point. That small
staging point.
A staging point, yeah. So they'll go there first. They can fuel up to head to Mars.
It's like base camp for Everest.
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what
it is. Same idea.
Yeah, first you get to base camp, you spend time there getting used to being in space, and then from there you head out, and then it's a 6-month journey, and then you land. When you get there, you land, right? And hopefully there'll be lots of landings ahead of time with goods and materials that's needed for the trip. So
the only problem I see with sending people to Mars for a duration period of time, or even to the moon for a long duration period of time, people are going to get, no matter how well trained you are, whatever else, you're going to get tired of not being able to just walk outside.
That's why
like
a lot of
2 years.
astronauts are military, because they are able to
Yeah.
deal with that, because they're trained to deal with that.
But like Tim was saying, they're going to be looking for volunteers to like colonize the moon and colonize
Yes.
Mars.
Over time, yes, they will.
The thing about it is, how are you going to be able to screen all the people? You're talking about taking 1 million people per year. How are you going to be able to screen everybody?
It won't do 1 million people per year. But
I'm just saying, okay, let's just say 1,000 people per year. Do you know how long it would take to screen everybody to do that?
A year.
Yeah,
but you'd have to get a screen. You'd have to get screened a year prior to.
Well, no, what you do is you screen them, but as well as that, then they'd go send people out to spend time around the moon first to see how they can cope. The difference is, on Mars you can actually walk, and around the moon you're going to be, unless you're even on the moon, you're not really walking. You're kind of hopping because the gravity's so low. It's only 1/6 of the Earth, right?
Yeah, because people are gonna have to get used to where it's not like taking a 16-hour, 13 to 16-hour flight from the States to Europe. Okay, you're talking 6
month journey.
You're talking 6 months in a can.
Between 6 and 8, depending on how close Mars, because
the
orbit is an ellipse. So sometimes 6 months is when it's closest to us, when it comes near Earth, and then 8 months is when it's further away from us.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You're talking 6 to 8 months, 9 months in a can before you land, and then when you do land, you still just can't get a nice, good old whiff of fresh air.
No, thank you.
I'll
pass.
That will weigh on people's mental capacity.
Now, here's one thing you're missing, right? If you're going to be going on board, you're not going to be just laying there and doing nothing all day long. You have a job to do.
You know what this reminds me of? This whole conversation. Have y'all seen the movie WALL-E?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know the message behind that movie, right?
No.
We've destroyed Earth, so we had to go live somewhere else, and everybody is just doing nothing but hanging out and laying in these things, and they've all become blobs with no bones and muscles because they've had to do nothing in outer space.
You know, that's not actually what really will happen, because you must remember, if you're the first to go live somewhere, let's say when the people first came to the U.S., America, and they were living out in the plains, in Wyoming and all these places, right? What was life like? They weren't just sitting around; they were non-stop busy, non-stop working to develop a life for themselves.
Yeah.
So if you go to somewhere like Mars, you'll be working like a dog, hard, non-stop, to build a place that you can live in, and to build an environment, and to grow food, and to farm your own vegetables and all this kind of crops and everything, right?
See, that's why we need AI before all that happens.
We already have AI, but AI.
But I'm talking about AI where it's available to people.
It is. It's available to people today. No, it is. I'm serious. There's an open AI where you can actually go out and write your own AI code and work on it and have access to the back-end AI.
I'm talking about robots. I'm talking about AI people.
Like Lieutenant Commander Data of Star Trek is AI.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Why?
Because then they can do all the work.
No, then you become lazy, and that's not what you want to do. You want to actually be working.
But that's what Americans are.
Yeah.
I'm not lying. We've got at least 2 in here that are not from the U.S. and y'all know Americans are lazy.
Yep.
I refuse to comment on the grounds that may incriminate me. No, I know a lot of really hardworking American people. Really hardworking.
Yeah, but those people would rather not be.
Well, yeah, but
I love working.
When you go out there, but when you go out somewhere like that, it will not be just lazy. You will have to build your life.
Yeah.
So you have to be gung ho about it. You have to be driven. You have to be focused. You work hard during the day. You go rest. You get up the next day and you work hard again because you're trying to build an environment to live in. So it's going to be especially like for if let's say we started shipping people out today. You're looking at, before we get to a state where it's easy or easier, you're looking at about 300 or 400 years
Yeah.
before it's built up enough that people can actually back off and not be working hard constantly every day, 7 days a week. Right?
The problem with that is the younger people, the younger generations are even more lazy than people in my generation.
Yeah, but if you're born and raised there and everyone's working around you
Yeah.
and you're raised to work, you will work.
Yeah. If
Well,
you
sure.
if you think back to the 50s and 60s,
Everybody worked.
everybody, you dusk to dawn or
Yes.
dawn to dusk. You worked your butt off during the day, and you were so tired that you went to bed at 9 o'clock at night, and then you got up the next day and did it again because you were dog tired.
Yeah.
I know. I spent a lot of time with my grandparents when I was a kid, and we had a farm. They had a farm and gardens and horses and pigs and cows and chickens, and it was work. It was
and that's what it would. If
sun
you
up to
imagine that,
sundown.
imagine working on a farm back in the 60s, right? And lift that up and move it to somewhere that's actually inside a dome on another planet. That's what life would be. Non-stop work, non-stop going, and everybody who's raised would be the same because that's how they get through life, and that's how they'd have a job from the moment you're 12 years old. You will have a job to do. You will do stuff, and you will have to do because you'll have to be out there growing food and doing repair work and learning how it's all done. And by the time you're in your 20s, you'd have probably gone through college education there. And by the time you're in your 20s, one, you'd probably be very tall because of the low gravity, so you grow faster, right?
Yeah.
A little bit taller, because gravity stops us from growing up. So some of us more than others, gravity has a bigger effect on. But
Yeah.
but I know my mom was 4'11", so I know exactly. But the work required would always be there because if you don't, most not all. I agree.
So
the work
but yeah,
would always be there.
you're gonna have to have people that are mentally and basically you have to be mentally motivated. Okay, extremely mentally motivated to want to reach that goal.
Do you know what?
Okay.
You know what? Be
Now,
mentally motivating. Survival.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I've always been hardworking. I cannot stand not being able to work. It's just like now.
I feel the same way.
I can sit around and just stare at the idiot box all freaking day, walk my dog, not do nothing. But I'm not built that way. It literally drives me crazy when I do not have something constructive to do.
I understand.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not built that way. I never will relax and be that way. I am anal retentive and I'm OCD about stuff being done right, precise, and everything else. Okay, and I'm always I am knowledge driven. Okay, we had a package out here called the Pick 10 package for cable. Okay, my main channel, Science Channel, History Channel, Discovery Channel, Learning Channel. Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. And if I can't do that, I mean, I heard about 3D printing back in the day. Okay, it wasn't sure if it was going to go anywhere. But once it became affordable and stuff like that, heck, I got back into it. Okay. But the back into it was studying for me. Okay. I was studying, 6 to 8 months before I started hopping on the stream with you guys.
You're exactly like me. I research stuff to death.
Yeah. I mean, my neighbors would come like, what are you doing? I said, I'm studying right now. They said, man, that's all you do is study. I'm like, I have to be ready. I have to freaking be ready. You know? I mean, if I'm going to ask somebody a question, I want to ask an intelligent question. You might not know crap about what you want to know about. Okay, you ask a stupid question, and nobody's going to pay attention to it. You ask the right question, and you get a plethora, a genre. I mean, you get a whole myriad of answers and knowledge that will come back to you,
I would say
and
one
you
thing:
can keep growing from there.
there's no such thing as a stupid question, but there is stupid answers.
You're right, William.
I thought you were going to say, but there is stupid people.
Well, you can educate people, you can show them, you can explain stuff to them, but if they're not open to learning, you can't fix stupid.
Yeah.
And if you make stuff idiot proof, you just go build better idiots anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
But
Simon Clemens said,
I'm just like you, Milan. This back stuff completely ruined me. You know, when I said I spent all that time with my grandparents on the farm, and I don't know if you know what pulling a calf is, but it's when a mama cow can't have the calf, so you have to help it. There was times I would have to do that before school and then go re-shower and all that. So I was raised working, and my job that I had before I had all these surgeries, I was a warranty claims analyst at Ream. My hours were 8 to 5. I was working 7 to 6. I was working off the clock because I loved my job. But work is what I did. And then now I'm shut down. Now, 3 back surgeries and all of this stuff, and I'm ruined.
It literally drives me batty.
It drives you crazy. I was hiking, camping, playing disc golf.
Just like I tease my age, and when I say this to some people, they don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yeah, I just can't sit back and stare at the idiot box all day.
Nice job, Tim.
Look at that.
The idiot box. I'm like, yeah, the television.
Looks good, Tim.
That's beautiful. That's a work of art. I think I'm going to frame it.
Right. See, I would have just used some duct tape.
Joey, you're correct. The difference between stupidity and ignorance is knowledge, but you can't fix it if someone's not open to listening and learning.
I completely agree. If somebody asks a question, but they already have the answer in their mind, that what they're thinking, there's nothing that you can say.
Here's one other difference, right? Here's one difference. I deal with people like this a lot because I do astronomy, I do public talks about science and so on. And I find that if you have somebody who asks a question and actually pays attention to your answer and asks more about what you just said to better understand it, that's someone who's open to learning.
Right.
People who who ask a question but it sounds like a statement and they're talking about something that they believe is correct, changing someone's mind from lack of knowledge to having a belief is really hard. So lack of knowledge, you can add information, and because they want to learn. Someone who has a belief in their head that they firmly believe the Earth was created 6,000 years ago. They firmly believe that the Earth is flat. They firmly believe that all of this kind of stuff, right?
It is flat.
Firm belief in something. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about stuff that about science that has been proven over and over again. And if you have a firm belief that contradicts that, you cannot change a belief.
I learned a long time ago. I do not talk religion and I do not talk politics because you have your set of opinions and I have mine. And there is nothing that I can say that's going to make you change your opinions about religion or politics. It always causes conflict.
I'm talking pure science.
Science. Science is a whole different.
You know,
it's a whole different religion.
Go on, Tim. Do it.
I heard my senior chief told me when I told him several ways one day, he was talking to somebody, and you can see he was frustrated, and he just walked away. And he walked up to us, he goes, you know what, guys? We said, what? He goes, some people are just not knowledge worthy.
Well, it's not that. Here's another thing. Samuel Clemens said this, and it's very true. When you get into a conversation with somebody who's like that, who's not willing to be open-minded, Samuel Clemens said, never argue with an ignorant, with an idiot, because bystanders may not be able to tell the difference.
Yep.
And it's a very true statement.
Yep.
Or what was the other one he said?
That's true too. But even like Master, you said, some people are just not knowledge worthy.
Well, he also said, never argue with a fool because he'll tear you down to his level and beat you with experience.
Tim, did you see the chat?
Yeah, I did.
I wish I could see it. I wish I could see it.
I'm Jerry's long lost twin brother.
Yeah, apparently. Well, you were going to trim your beard. I want to see you trim your beard live on stream.
Who, me?
Yeah. He's going to do it too.
Oh, God, he's going to do
it. Tim, are you going to do it on stream?
It is trimmed nicely. Like the shape. Oh, my God.
Whoops, it's slipped. Oh,
You got you some big old scissors there, Tim. Cut your lip off.
Maria's going to kill you so bad for that.
It looks nice.
I'll trim my eyebrows live on stage.
Oh,
don't do that.
I know accept the responsibility for that one.
My eyebrows grow way wild. I have some that stick out an inch. There we go.
Get on stream. Tim, we need to get on stream one night and shave it all off. Everybody who's got one.
Oh, Stone Monkey Research just raided.
Hey, thanks for the raid.
Thank you so much for the raid.
Welcome, you guys.
Oh, sorry, Bruin Mate.
Hello.
Bruin Mate just raided. And Subsector resubscribed. Thank you, Subsector.
Bruin.
Yeah, Bruin Mate. Thank you for the raid. Thank you.
I'm hideous.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Welcome.
We've been talking about space and science a little bit because we watched the Crew 4 on the NASA Crew Dragon turn around and get aboard the ISS and the egress, the Crew Dragon, and so that was kind of fun. And then we got into talking about going to Mars and going to the moon and living there, and then we got on to doing. Then we started talking about trying to change people's minds, and we figured out, you can't, because you can't fix stupidity, even if you try, unless you're open to learning, right? So you're still trying to claim that the British words are superior just because of an extra U. I'm not claiming. One is English, one is American. So, yes, you don't know how to spell.
Tim, I just saw your shirt.
Look,
did you? Acamall.
Have you been to Acamall?
Oh, several times.
Nice. We go to Isla Mujeres, usually about 3 times a year.
Okay, yeah.
If anybody wants to go, there's a link, guys. So, it's kind of funny, actually, but we make fun. That's what I mean, Loopy Loos. So we make fun of the Americans, and the Americans make fun of us. So it's all in good fun. We don't care, right?
That's true.
But I have
Chris,
to say,
that motto is on my Facebook page.
I have to say one thing to the Americans, though. I'm sorry, and I know most of my audiences are American, but guys, even the Canadian neighbors know how to spell it right. Come on.
Sorry.
See how he does it, Jamie.
Sorry, I couldn't miss that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Too low hanging fruit.
It's like the word labor. We put a U in labor as well.
Yeah, LABOUR. Yeah, that is the correct.
It's not
English
labor.
word.
It's labor.
Yeah.
Labor.
And we don't see
If you're from the South, it's labor.
You know what? My audience is probably going to crash after this.
It's BER if you're from the South.
Okay, never mind.
We refuse
he's doing well.
The Z for an S.
You know what, Liam, I like to do? Eventually, when I get my channel up, which hopefully will be here in the next couple of months, when we have our streams like this, I like to start off with a certain topic.
Okay.
Have the viewers say, okay, let's start with this topic. So next week when we come on, everybody jumps in and it's on that certain topic, and then
I have one for you.
Certain thing, huh?
I have one for you already.
What's that?
Because we know why you're in the hospital. How about first one is how not to fall out of your chair.
Stay strapped in.
How not to fall on your stove.
Seatbelts are for
Yeah.
safety, people. Wear them, whether in your car or in a wheel or in a chair.
Yeah.
Okay, look, I'm talking about 3D printing. We're not going to talk about wheelchair
I know.
stoves, damn it.
You know, I'm just going to rip on you because we're going to have some fun.
I
We
know.
always do, right?
I know, but see, at least we can get on here. See, we've had a discussion about some intelligent stuff that other people probably would have got into an argument about. We can sit back and laugh about that crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He has a seatbelt. He has a belt on it, but he just wasn't wearing it. So
Yep. I need a 5-point harness is what I need.
5-point harness.
so he's going to get strapped in like Top Gun. We're going to call him Goose because he's going to get strapped in with a 5-point harness like Top Gun.
Yep. That's what I'm going to do.
That's his nickname. So
you can tell when I give me a 5-point harness put on my wheelchair. So
yeah, we're going to change his name from 3D Printing Newbie to Goose.
Yeah.
Or Maverick.
Actually, you know, everybody's got stickers. You know what I want for my sticker? I want me like in a cartoon style, but I want me in a wheelchair with a little wagon hooked up to my wheelchair with a printer in the wagon.
With a printer in the wagon.
Oh, that'd be funny. That would be a good print. That would be a good design.
With the printer in the wagon and Brody the dog in the wagon, me pulling the wheelchair.
That would
be
be
a danger zone every time he comes on. I agree. Yeah, so I would suggest that when you start to stream, your opening sound should be Danger Zone.
What?
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The theme from Top Gun.
And there is no validity to the topic, so it's not a topic.
So should I have one of those Red Baron scarves? Should I be wearing one of those Red Baron scarves on my sticker too? Waving in the wind?
Oh, here's a great idea. You should actually 3D print what looks like a scarf and have it sticking straight out like it's blowing in the wind, no matter what speed you're doing.
God.
You know those gag ones you get you wear that stick it straight out? You can 3D print yourself one in red PLA, and you can flip it on.
Just wear it.
And it looks like it's blowing in the wind, like you make it wavy. It's always going really like you're going really fast.
Yeah, just make it where it just hooks onto your shoulder or and around your neck. And just constantly waving.
Well, see, Jamie, since I used to be able to draw really good, my hands won't be doing it anymore. I would like to commission you to draw up my sticker.
Draw? No, you want my son? He's a graphic artist.
Commission you guys to draw up my sticker for me.
I can't draw. I couldn't draw myself out of a box, but my son is a graphic artist, and he would do you an amazing logo.
I still have the brains and everything to know how, but just my hands won't let me do it.
Yeah.
So
I can't draw. I can paint, but I can't draw.
Well, talk to your son about it and ask him about it when you get a chance to remember.
Are we Facebook friends?
I think we might be on, but see, my Facebook is for like my business one. I think it's under 3D print. Yeah, we are on Facebook. Yeah, we are. So what I'll do is when I get home, I'll hit you up on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'll hit you on Facebook and get you my information.
Okay.
So because I got Dave, TV3D Dan gave me that information for a sticker mule.
Yeah, and, they're a good place.
For Sticker Mule, plus you get the $10 off, plus he gets something too.
Tim
so
does
right now,
as well.
Sticker Mule has this thing where you get 10 custom stickers for $1.
Well, Tim does stickers as well. He actually does stickers. He makes
stickers. Yeah, Tim.
Tim makes stickers.
Depending on how many and where you are, sometimes shipping can be an issue.
Yeah.
From Canada to the U.S. So.
You know me, I'm in the States, so
yeah.
I probably wouldn't want no more than probably like 50.
Well, I can handle that.
Tim needs a nap.
Oh, I had a real bad night's sleep last night, and I'm
Who are you talking about? I fell out the bed on my head.
Well, that should have knocked you out.
I think Milan has the best
Sorry, Tim.
He
You
wins the
Talk
prize.
about a bad night's sleep, buddy.
Oh,
I
man.
think he wins the prize for the worst night's
I
sleep.
can't compete with that.
Oh, but we have to say, Marlon, Marlon, you're lucky about one thing. You landed on your head. That's the thickest part of you. You landed on your head.
But I'm actually gonna get me one of the Kevlar tactical helmets.
You need to sleep with a hard hat.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give me one of them Kevlar tactical
Right
helmets.
now,
So-
with the chair and that hat on, you're going about this far away from being RoboCop. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to run, Liam. I'm going to go
All
up,
right,
and
man.
it's almost bedtime for the little guy. So,
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up here in a few minutes anyway.
Yeah, I gotta go
We're having too much
too.
fun making fun of Mylan.
okay, we'll catch you guys
Yeah.
a little later.
Hey,
Take care.
somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
All right,
That
Jim.
poor
You have a good
floor,
night,
you're
man.
right.
Good night for now.
Night,
Take care.
All
Tim.
right, see you later, Jim.
I'm out too, you guys.
Okay.
All right, but talk to
have a good
your.
one.
I'll hit you up on Facebook. But put a bug in your ear and your son's ear for me.
All right, sounds good. See you
Okay.
guys.
Take care.
See ya.
That's funny.
All right, well,
And
down to Liam.
Chris Mink
I
said
guess
that
you
poor
go ahead.
floor.
Huh?
Chris Mink said the poor floor.
The fourth floor.
No, it's the poor floor that you landed. You,
Oh,
you
the-
landed your head
The
on it.
fourth floor.
He's feeling sorry for the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for the floor. Yeah. Yeah, I got a hard head, Chris.
That's
Yeah, I
funny.
got a hard head. I still got a couple of knots up here. I got one here and I got one here that still haven't gone away yet.
So you're
Well, for sure.
you're heading home soon, aren't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just waiting on the ambulance to be freed up to come and get me. So I should be home probably the next couple of hours.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll be home in the next couple of hours and go home and take some meds. And this time I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep in the center of the bed this time tonight. So
I was going to say put a mattress on the floor so you can't fall any further.
oh, you know what? Something will happen. Something will happen. Whether the mattress is on the floor or not, something will happen.
That's
So,
yeah.
no, with my luck, something will happen these days. So, what the hell, though? But yeah, I want to get them up and everything else, though, Liam. So, I want that big printer. I know
you
I'm
have to get your
putting
own
that.
one. You have to go get
Yeah.
your own. You're not getting my one.
No, I'm talking about getting my own. So, but I'm thinking about how often would I use that printer, though?
Well, if you're not going to be printing really large parts, and if they're like, it's 500 by 500 by 600, right? So that's a really large print set. So if you have no need for something that big, then okay. But you have two options with it, right? You can either print one really big part or fill the bed and have lots of smaller parts on it, right? But the Z height, like a 600Z, that's a lot of height. So
yes, it is.
unless you're printing something really tall, like you could print a sword in that in two pieces, right?
Yeah.
There's other stuff you can print in Z really tall on that. You wouldn't need a bell printer to print like that, but it is a bed cedar.
Well, a printer like that is kind of. I look at a printer like that like kind of like a gun or a condom. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
It's a very good point. So, well, as I said, I'm planning at some point to start an R2D2, a full.
See, that's what I was just getting ready to say too. I might want to print me out an R2D2 one time. Or I might design my own. I might design my own little droid robot.
Sure.
You know, and go back and watch all you guys' videos when you guys are building the droids.
Oh, that was fun.
Or you know, conversate with you and Sam the Apprentice, and about what would be good motors, good controllers, best way to do some tracks, and make my own little droid or a big droid.
I'm thinking. Well, actually, one thing I want to do, and I haven't gotten around to it yet because I haven't got the motors I need. I'm trying to find some relatively cheap, and by relatively cheap I mean as free as possible, old wheelchair motors, because they're really high torque motors.
Yeah.
Because I want to build a track system for one of my for my big telescope. It's a really big
Mhm.
telescope, and
Yeah.
I want it to be able to drive up a ramp into the back of my truck.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
getting
I was
those
hoping you weren't
motors
going to say
apart.
my idea because what's the rover that's on Mars now, Perseverance?
Yes,
That's what I want to do. I want to make
that'll be a
whether
hard
it's
one. Here's the
you know
reason why the legs on that are super small, super thin.
yeah.
In
Well, I
comparison to
mean,
the rest of the body.
I can always take. I'd like to do something close to that as possible. I have to make the legs stronger and
Well,
thicker.
what you could do is build the legs in a way that instead of having individual wheels, you would have a track instead and make the
Yeah.
legs more rigid. And if you do that, and then the body similar, but have tracks for the wheels,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't be so high off the ground either because it's really high off the ground. You would have to
Yeah.
drop it down because the mechanics to link the axis, to link your and to support your wheels would be kind of tricky, but you could do it.
Yeah.
But you'd probably have to drop its height down because you'd have to put, if you want to do each individual wheel, you have to put a motor on each wheel, and
Yeah.
that's six motors.
That's what I want to do.
But that's 6 motors.
Yeah.
That's a lot, and then you have to have the power for all of them running at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of design that have to go into that, and you'd have to
Well,
connect the motors
I
direct.
never said if it was easy, I would not have ever thought about it.
Yeah, well, you'd have to be. Yeah,
A
you could do
project
it.
like that might take me 6 months to a year.
Yeah, you'd
but that's
probably it probably would because you'd have to the designing of that. You have to pick the motors you need and put the
Yeah.
motors into it, and then when you have the motors in there and built in, then build around that to scale everything around it is what you'd have to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Don't make. I wouldn't make the main body and then try and go from there. I'm gonna have to go from the wheels on up.
Yeah,
So
you'd have to go that way.
But I mean, talking with you and talking with Sam, and going from there because even if you built it and everything was great and everything was fine, it's still getting the controller to where you can have all the wheels turn, when they're supposed to, or separately.
The issue about it is what you'd have to. The easiest way to do it is have 2 of the wheels. There's 6 wheels in it, right? So have the two in the front be motor driven, and have the others be free in bearings, so they spin freely, right?
Okay.
And then again, the 2 in the front drives it forward, but by turning one forward or one backward, we can turn it around.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That would probably be the easier way of doing it because to put motors on all of them and to get it to turn it's a lot of electronics and it's a lot of controlling. It'd be easier to only have 2 driving wheels, and have them do the like one go forward, one go backwards to do a rotation.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to make it easy. I want it to be hard because then it makes me. Then I have to use my brain more. I'll say, nope, I got to figure stuff out.
Well, the way they do on the actual rover, each wheel has its own motor for each.
Yeah, it has its own motor,
and that is then all cabled up into the main control box, and it's run off a nuclear isotope that's decaying that creates electricity.
Well, see, actually, the way that I'm looking at it, each wheel it'd be 12 motors. Each wheel would have 2 motors.
No, one.
Look at my design though. One motor. Each wheel would have a motor to drive it. Each wheel would have one motor to drive that wheel. Okay, and each wheel would have a second motor to turn that wheel. So if I want to go steer to the right, all the tires, all 6 tires will turn to the right.
Yeah, that's how it's done in the real rover.
Okay, but they're doing that with just one motor.
In a real rover, all 6 wheels can pivot.
Okay.
So if you wanted to turn, if you want to move it sideways, the wheels can actually all turn and move it sideways.
Now is that motor off? Is that one motor?
No, they're individual. They're all independent. They're all independent, but they actually are computer controlled to be in sync.
Okay.
And like if you want to turn something on the spot, the computer is smart enough that it knows that when you're turning, it tells the center ones to turn it at a different speed to actually
Yeah.
to keep everything in position. So there is
Well,
the
I'm
technology
asking
is
is,
very heavy.
what I'm asking
Crab
is
walking,
this:
yeah.
the motor that turns each wheel, does that motor also drive each wheel?
No, there's separate ones for that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's why there's going to be 2 motors for each wheel.
Yeah, the way they have it. Let me show you. I can show you what's happening in this. So here's my Perseverance.
Yep.
So that broke. This one is broken. I have to fix it. So the wheels can. Let me bring it over. Let me switch over here and put it full screen. So what happens is the wheels can rotate and they can spin. Now these are the real wheels are made out of a type of aluminum, right? They're made out of metal.
Yeah.
They move like this and they rotate. Only the front and back ones can do that rotation. The center ones are forward driving only, right?
Gotcha.
Stray Robotics making a working model. Oh, I'd love that.
Who?
So, Stray Robotics. I don't know. I haven't been on seen their stuff. So and the way the axis the chassis works is these are independent.
Yeah.
And this is then hinged off this.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And so that means
okay, that's what I need. Okay, that's what I need. Where do I find that model?
Oh, this model, you can get this model itself on NASA's website.
On NASA's website, okay. I'll talk to you again. I will talk to you again.
Yeah. If you go to
so that I can get that information.
just Google NASA 3D print models, and they have a whole place of all different models out there.
Okay, NASA 3D print models. Okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna
and
do
it
that tomorrow.
the NASA, I think it's NASA JPL.
Because I need that model. Because like you just showed how the wheels move up and down and everything
It
else.
doesn't show that. It's just it's only the STL files.
Yeah,
Now,
I know. No. Like you just showed with your model, how you're moving the arms to the wheels. Okay, see, that's what I need, so I know how to make my design.
Well, if you go to, they have simulations on the NASA website of the rovers, so you can actually see how it works.
Yeah.
They have that details out there, so you can look over. But like you must remember, they're in a very.
Oh, Jerry's back. Hey, Jerry.
You just now see me.
But having that model, I can watch the simulations. But having that model in hand, having that model in hand would be good.
So if Avidus, if you send me the link, it doesn't show through. You have to send me the link for me to post it.
So, but what I will do is, once I can't. Me and this laptop, I mean this tablet don't get along. So when I get home, I'll just replay this one, and I'll just replay this one.
Go to the NASA site is what you do. If you go to the NASA's website, you'll see they have a lot of stuff.
Just put in NASA 3D print models.
Yeah, and you'll find it in there under Perseverance. So this is what Avidus was trying to show. And if you go to that is the Instagram link to the guy who's doing the work functioning model.
Okay.
So what's happened, Jerry? Did you win anything?
Oh, they weren't giving away nothing.
No?
I just wanted to hear what they had to say about the D1. And I ate a bologna and grilled cheese, and I got a print going. I watered the backyard, and I got back.
Jerry, that's bologna. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've never eaten bologna.
I picked up dog poop and threw it in the garden. I threw it over the back wall.
I've never eaten bologna. What is it? It's a mixture of everything, isn't it?
Bologna is like a flat hot dog, pretty much.
Oh, that's and yeah, I've seen what's inside a hot dog. Have you ever looked at a hot dog under a microscope?
It's all the crap part. Yeah, it's good.
Did you ever look at a hot dog under a microscope?
No.
Well, then
No.
if you did, you'd probably never eat one again.
Yeah, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Trust me. There's things inside the hot dogs, even though they're well packed and they're good brands and everything, that are still alive.
Well, that's okay. The stomach either the stomach acid is going to kill it, or they're just going to come out the other end.
I fry bologna in a skillet. I slice it so it don't bubble up in the middle. Flip it over.
Yep.
Throw grilled cheese. Like make a grilled cheese in the skillet with Miracle Whip. Or excuse me, mayonnaise, not butter, because it'll brown up better if you use mayonnaise. And then I throw the bologna on it. 2 pieces of cheese. Ooey gooey, melty, yummy, crispy. You know.
Hey, we used to when I was a kid, we used to use that for bacon, man. Didn't have any bacon, fry with some bologna.
No, well, I never grew up eating bologna. I never grew up eating
I
spam.
buy
We never
beef
had any of
bologna.
those.
I don't like buying the cheap bologna. It's got multiple meats, and I buy generic bologna at Walmart, but it's always beef bologna. I only buy beef bologna. I like the ones the combination of chicken and turkey and everything else.
So, there's a reason why they use the term "that's bologna" because they say it's beef only because it's bologna.
That's a good one, Liam. I like that.
Phony bologna, man.
It's phony bologna. That's
Phony
right, man.
bologna.
Phony bologna.
So, what print did you start, Jerry?
What?
What print did you start?
I'm burning behind me. I'm doing a Chinese dragon. It's a 4-layer deal. I made it real small earlier and I burned it up. It was too little. So I got 11.5 inches on a 12-inch piece of birch that's 5 millimeters thick. You can see the smoke behind me. I got the front door open, the back door open. I got a fan blowing, and my wife's still pissed because, yeah, you can smell it throughout the house.
No extra hoof.
But I'm gonna probably have to move this in where my enclosure is, drop the enclosure over it tomorrow. It's 2 foot by 2 foot, the outside dimensions. The enclosure should barely fit over it.
It should fit it, yeah.
And then suck it outside or take it in the garage because each one of these layers is like there's 4 of them, and 3 of them are like 2.5 hours each layer to cut it out.
Okay.
And I'm 68% done right now. It's been good working on it for 55 minutes.
Cool.
On the one I'm doing, and I don't think it's going to burn it. It should be fine.
Well,
I
hope it goes well for you. It'll be a cool design when you get it done. I like the idea of layering. I don't do much of that, but I like the idea of doing it.
And then I got to burn this wallet, so I got to figure out what kind of settings I want to use to put something on it, and I don't want to screw it up. So I'll probably I don't know, I got to figure out how to do it. I want to get it big enough.
Test the settings on the inside.
Well,
can't you just get a scrap piece of leather, Jerry?
I don't have any. Well, I can find something, yeah.
No, but if you open the wallet, you test it on something on the inside, then the outside will look good once you get the settings right.
Yeah.
You're better off to start off high, or like a higher speed and lower power, and then slowly tune it until it starts making a good mark, and then go one step below that again, and then that's what you do for the front.
My old black wallet that I currently have, laying here somewhere with my cards in it. I'm going to take everything out. I'll test it on the black one, even though you're not going to be able to see it and get it the size I want it. And then I'll throw the new wallet under it and burn in the new wallet. So that'll be the one I'm wearing.
Okay, but I will say leather is not leather. Every piece of leather, different types of leather, different hardness on the surface, so on. All the settings will vary.
Yeah.
So you could test. You can get buy 5 pieces of leather.
You're gonna wake him up.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. I was sitting. At first, I thought I was dreaming. I kept hearing that sound. I was
Yeah,
like,
I put my logo on it.
It's all good, man. We know the meds are kicking in, but they like leather. The tanning, the way they process in which they prepare the leather, can harden the outside of the leather, and it could look the same, could feel the same, but one is slightly harder on the outside than the other, and it'll take a lot more energy to engrave than the other one.
Yeah.
So that's why I said testing it on the inside, on a piece on the inside of the wallet.
Wallets are expensive on Amazon, so I bought one that's $28, and I think that's okay. I'll just go the $28 wallet. That's fine for me.
Yeah, but as I said, test it on the inside, like on one of the inner layers, or whatever.
Yeah.
That way it'd be tidier. At least you won't see it, and because that's all made from the same material. So at least you know your settings are good.
I can initial the inside with my initials JK, real small, so it does come out good. It'll look fine.
Yeah.
And if that works, and I'll put the settings on the outside with my big logo. Yeah.
Yep. That's the way to do it. Or it'd be better off to do, it'd make less of a mark each time, like not as deep a cut or an engraving, but do multiple lights, and that way then you can get it, you can bring it down to the where you like it.
It has nice crosshairs on this. To the left of the laser, there's 2 red crosshairs. You can put that right on the corner of your work, top left corner, wherever you want it. And when you frame, it'll draw your edge perfectly. So it frames really well.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't have end stops, which it doesn't need end stops. They're a waste of time. So.
I don't know. I like end stops on a machine. On a CNC, it's touch and go. On a laser, I like end stops on the laser.
Yeah.
Because whenever you set something up, if the machine messed up, and it does happen, it's nice to have a 0-0 point to start from before you start your job again. So if something went wrong, like I moved the head manually or whatever, it could be out of sync, right? And if I start engraving, it could be off this way or whatever. So if I'm doing a home to a 0-0 point with end stops, I know it's always going to start from the same point out. And that way you have the benefit of having that accuracy when you're actually doing repeating jobs.
Yeah, I've never bought bologna from the store where they slice it however thick you want it. I've never bought bologna like that, but that's an option. That way you can get like a half-inch piece of bologna, something really super thick and fried up. I've never had that.
Yeah, I've never even eaten it, so I don't know. Oh, there's something you should try, Jerry.
Engraved bologna.
Laser engraved bologna.
Yeah. Nothing but bologna on it.
Yeah. This is bologna. No, you could.
What's that to your right, Liam? It's red, black, got a lead screw on it.
This is a printer. It's the Ender 2 Pro.
Oh, I didn't know you had one of those.
I've had this about a year now.
Okay.
They came out about 6 or 8 months ago, but I had one. They gave it to me beforehand to do testing on it. They didn't want me to do a review. They wouldn't even allow me to show it on screen until they actually officially announced its availability.
That's what I was doing.
I had 2 months testing it.
People do it. I figured that's what it was because I've seen other people do videos of.
No, well, they wouldn't allow me. They told me not to do. I couldn't do live streaming of assembly or build or anything. I couldn't do that. So I did photos of the prints, but I didn't show the whole printer for a long time, and then until they officially announced it. And then when they did, I was doing a stream here, and I had it on stream with me. We were doing a hangout. But yeah, they said I could not, and because it wasn't officially announced yet, they wanted me to test it and find issues with it and report whatever I found back to them.
Gotcha.
Which I did. With photographs of everything and a description of everything I found, the things that I think need to be watched. But overall, it prints fine. I was using this during Toys for Tots last year, and it was going nonstop.
Oh, Liam, I'm about to send you my information in private chat so I can get them NASA stickers.
Okay. When you send it to me, I'll grab it. I'll send them out tomorrow because.
Either go to private chat.
I need an Astro printer sticker.
I don't have one. I don't have. My logo is pending design, and once it's done, I will get stickers on. I know Tim is buried. He's so busy, and he's working on a new design for me rather than my one, because my one is not great. So he's going to work on a newer one for me, and once he gets it done, and I'm not pushing him because he'll get it done when he gets it done. But when he does, I'll get stickers made. So I don't have any at the moment, and that's the reason why. But when it does get done, yeah, of course you'll be you guys will be some of the first people to get them, guaranteed. Because when he does, I'll probably get, I don't know, a couple of hundred done. They're not that expensive, I don't think so. I got a big batch of them done.
What the heck?
Oh no!
You hit the wrong button. That's all right. We're getting ready to wrap up anyway. We're going on for 3 hours, 20 minutes already. So, Mylan, don't jump back in. You don't need to. We're going to wrap up. We've been going way over our normal time. We normally do 3 hours. We're 3.5 almost. 3 hours 20. So, thank you for popping in, Jerry.
No
And
problem.
I hope you found some good info to help you with your D1 on their stream.
Yeah, I learned a couple things I didn't know yet that was in the paperwork, but I hadn't realized it. So
Good. Okay, that's a good thing.
anyway, are you gonna raid me, buddy, or you don't have enough? I don't know how many people you got.
We have 11 people. That's not, like you can raid with one person, so it doesn't matter. But let's see.
You got 2 on
Let's
YouTube.
see who's on. I'm going over to you. So, Loyal is on. Maker Deck is on. Chris is on. That's all I see on my list. So I think we'll go and we'll raid Chris because he's on.
Let me pull my list up. See who I got.
Ideally somebody in Knocker Gnome because we want to raid each other again. Keep it in.
Yeah, you named all the maker ones. So but
yeah. So he came back in as we're getting ready to leave.
Okay.
Hey, Mylan, we're getting ready to shut down anyway.
Okay. I'll hit you back up. I got you on Facebook, buddy.
Yeah, message me and you go get some sleep because those meds are kicking in. So you let them go get some rest, okay?
All right, I'll talk to you guys later, man. Take it easy.
Care. Get better.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, a raid of 1 is better than a raid of none. I agree. So let's go raid Chris.
Okay.
We'll get it because he's running 65 people. It's kind of quiet for him. So let's get that set up. I'm actually I'm going to go to bed because I'm up at 5 in the morning anyway. We're at 8 viewers. We're going to raid over. Cool.
Please follow, subscribe, like, show everybody some love.
Yep.
Take care, everybody. Say hi to Chris.
Take care, guys. Thank you for hanging out. I'll probably be on either tomorrow or Friday. I'm not sure. No, Friday maybe not. Maybe tomorrow I might jump in for a while on Twitch only, not on YouTube or Facebook, just Twitch. So if you're not already following me on Twitch, get over and do so. Take care, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be on. I'll probably be on. Oh, Jerry. Mute.
Yeah. I just kicked it up and did.
I know. So, guys, thank you. We're gonna roll over and raid Chris. Say hi to Chris for me, and I will see you when we're back on Twitch. Take care, guys. And don't forget, Jerry goes live on Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern for his hangout on Saturday afternoon. So don't forget that as well. Take care, guys. Take care.
Later days.
Raid is going.
And you're there.
Cool. End broadcast.